course it.
My niggas on the A-line.
Course it, course it, course it.
My niggas on the A-line.
Course it, course it, course it.
My niggas on the A-line.
Course it, course it, course it.
My niggas on the A-line.
Course it, course it, course it.
My niggas on the A-line.
How this shit get cracking is a carriage falls on somebody and he lifts it off the dude.
Oh shit!
And the prison guard was a guard with him in prison, and he's a cop on the street now. And when he see that, he like, bro, I only know one nigga who could do that. So he starts to dig into the past of who is this guy?
Oh
who is this guy?
shit!
And no one like he just came and he cool though, leave him alone. And so the mayor guy, the police gets him like, nigga, I know who you is.
I know exactly who you are. Yeah.
So he leaves and goes to Paris. And along the way, he meets this girl who looked out for him when he was poor, but she was a prostitute. And she has a baby, and he takes the little girl because the mom dies. So he's raising the little girl.
It's a vicious story.
And now the cop finds him again in Paris later on, like 10 years later, and it's a whole another cracking.
Damn.
And now she's of age, and she's fucking with the rebels. So it's just so much going on.
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
Dope movie,
because it's also I think I saw it as a play. I think I saw it being presented as a play.
Before you leave, because there's so many versions of it, I'm gonna find the one that I watched because I've seen the other versions.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of stuff.
The one I watched, like the actor is he's famous. He did Taken. Liam
Neeson?
He's the guy. He's the. It's called
Less Miserable. Less Miserable or something.
It's a French thing, like a play, book, whatever, how it came out. But he did the mom, man, that motherfucker.
I gotta watch that. I'm gonna watch that with my wife.
No, not the one I'm talking about. No, it's dope, bro.
Dude.
Like you'll love it. 'Cause I love those period pieces like that. So it's dope.
You'll love Count of Monte Cristo.
Oh, that's when you were standing. Yeah.
And so the nigga he breaks out of jail, and as he gets out of jail, he runs across like some pirates. And the pirates was like, thought he was saved, but the pirates like, nah, you got to fight this dude who just tried to steal from us, fight to the death. I'm not gonna tell you no more, cause it's cracking. And then he comes back to the town, and they don't recognize him, cause he was in jail for like 15 years.
Oh shit.
And he learned from this smart dude that was in the cell next to him.
Okay.
But Count of Monte Cristo and The Spook Who Slept Outside the Door, they like.
I want to read that book.
Hey man.
I want to read that book. I don't even want to see the movie.
The Spook Who Slept Outside the Door is the coldest shit. And it's so relatable.
The movie or the book?
The book and the movie, you can watch it on YouTube. It's like kind of back in the, what do they call that? The black exploitation time. The book is way more detailed and vicious and more feeling. Like they don't explain all the shit in the movie. So it kind of gets like looked over. It's not as
they can't fit it into a 2-hour situation.
They always put more stuff in books than they put in the movies.
Just like with Game of Thrones.
Right.
I read the books prior to seeing the show, and there's so much they left out. But I understand we can only fit so much in this time period that we have.
Shit, I wish they'd have did that shit if it took 17 seasons.
Yeah, figure it out. Figure it out.
Put it all in one.
Not to be a stereotype, but I always the visual is better for me. You feel me? Like I know how to read.
They always say the book is better.
It's always better.
Sure.
A lot of people always say the book is better.
I'm trying to comprehend and visualize what's going on. It's like
depending on your
trying
to
the two sides of the coin. You know, like you want more detail and more information, or you want because now like the technology is caught up.
Yeah. Like
where you can make a vicious like an avatar. Yeah. Like they made an avatar back in the day, and niggas been like, "What is this?"
What is this?
For real.
Especially reading it.
Like, hold on.
Roots.
You got to read the book, bro. Do you believe that Alex Haley was really able to trace his lineage that far back to give such an accurate depiction?
The young dude who played him?
No, Alex Haley. So you know the premise behind Roots, right?
Yeah.
So Alex Haley is the author of the book.
Okay.
And his family would just tell the story. Because if you remember early in the book, Kunta would tell his people, tell people about me, all the generations. Like, don't let nobody forget me. So that rang true all the way through to his grandmother telling the stories to him. And that triggered in his mind, let me go research it. So the book is what...
So it's based off of Alex Haley's really story?
People's life, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
People's life, yeah. Kunta Kinte told his peoples, don't ever forget me, tell the story, tell the story.
Oh,
and
sure.
it got down to his grandma who told him, he like, what the fuck? And he ran it back, and that's why I ask you, because that book is so detailed about like each generation.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I'm like, how you figure all that out, bro?
How you figure all that out? You can't make that shit up.
Exactly,
like,
you know what I'm saying? So that's deep, though.
I've never even known one person in my life that's been able to do that.
And to
I talked to that trace they shit back that far.
And he's tracing it back where there really aren't any records kept.
So it had to be story. It had to be passed along by word of mouth.
Story, but what I make that point to say, when you are trying to do your research and figure it out, there's no record of what's going on to say this is fact. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it was.
So do you believe all of it?
I want to.
You want to, but
I want to.
To be able to trace back that far, it's kind of like, I believe that chopper.
But then if I tell you a story, you tell it to your son, he tells it to his son, this story is passed along. It's the same story I told you, and we continue in the layers.
But like telephone,
I was just about to say, like might have got embellished.
That's what I'm saying. They add layers to it. Yeah, that's when they add layers to it.
But if the foundation is there, and the foundation of that is what that shit is crazy. Even if only 50% of it is true.
Right. Because he broke it down generation to generation to generation.
I love my shit was Shaka Zulu. Like,
I feel like I've seen that movie, but I can't recall. Like, I had to see it when I was a kid.
Dude, he was like a warrior.
I know the story of it, yeah.
But it's like that dude, he played the hell out that fucking role. And like Kunta, I didn't.
LeVar Burton.
Yeah, I didn't really
Reading Rainbow.
Yeah.
It's in a book. They got a documentary on that. It's a cold documentary, bro.
Man, I watched that shit.
I told you,
bro.
Told me. 6 hours.
You told me.
6 hours? But it's an episode.
It's episodic, yeah. Yes, man. Let me see if I could do this intro justice, because my boy P is in Vegas right now with Jazz, and they turned up.
I hope we got some good luck out there too.
He don't gamble like that though.
Well, yeah, he do. When he up, he'll gamble.
Okay, well he ain't said nothing, so
he on that roulette.
ain't nothing did nothing. Episode 46, right? Yep. We live on the A-Line podcast. Ting-a-ling-a-ling.
Yeah. You gonna introduce our guest?
Come on, man. Can I get to it? I was coming. Tapping in with us today, special guest, man. And I feel like these type of situations, man, because I'm a person that lives in like gratitude and appreciation. You know what I mean? I feel like no one has to do anything for me. Anything someone does for me, I'm appreciative, man. So for you to come here, pull up on us, bring your platform here, I'm appreciative, man. This man is hard working. Let me name off the shows: Aceboy, Rios, Aceboy, Rios Yard Work, Aceboy, Rios Fishing with the Family.
Oh, yeah.
Let's Eat episode 1 is up right now. And then we have Coffee with Rios. Coffee with Rios, man. This man doing 7 shows a day, and he pulled up on us, man. So appreciate you pulling up on us. Let me get a bell ring for the homie pulling up, man. Yeah. Let me get a bell ring for the homie pulling up, man.
It's all my questions. Like, it's you guys are doing something for me. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this is a gift to me, being able to be welcomed into y'all arena, y'all home, and be able to share the platform with you guys. It's not a lot of people and not a lot of brothers that's out here doing this, you know what I mean? So we need to be supportive of each other and push each other and help each other, you know what I mean? And so by me coming here, it's helping me learn about certain things and learn who you guys are and talk and have a fellowship. So I appreciate y'all for having me here. I feel like it's a gift for me.
Welcome.
How long you been doing your podcast stuff?
Damn. So going live, I've been doing that since like January. But I started doing like the Coffee with Rios. It just like organically took place with me and my wife in my front yard. Like I think it was during COVID. And I would just go outside and sit in my yard and have some coffee. And me and my wife would just laugh and joke about shit. But then it just...
And you were recording it from the beginning? Okay.
But I was just recording it like this. Just like, what's up, babe? Just say what's up to the people on Instagram. And then it just started gaining like some followers. And it turned into me talking to the camera, just me, with a message. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, okay, you know what? If people are tuning in, let me actually let me deliver something. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be a waste or be comical all the time. Right. And so I just did that.
I do feel like when everything was going on drama-wise, you always give another perspective and like, you're not here for that. You know
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about something positive.
Right.
A balance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For this whole shit.
What?
Whatever, but
What drama-wise?
just any drama.
Period.
that's going
Okay.
on,
You know,
we're level-headed.
He always gives his perspective on it and then sheds another light on it. You know what I'm saying?
When it's drama dealing with the people you're aligned with, do you ever feel like I can't give my completely honest take on it because I don't want to offend my partner if I feel like they were kind of wrong in the situation?
Not necessarily, because I'm a big believer in communication is everything, right? And so I share my position and I'm transparent and open with what I believe and how I think. And I just believe in standing in your square and stand on what you say and stand on what you do.
But there's a difference between I tell you that privately and I say that publicly.
So I'm not about to chastise my brother, my father, my mother, anybody that I love in front of people. I'm not about to put you on blast or put you on the spot, because that's not respectful. I will pull you aside and pull my child aside and say, hey, I'm gonna whoop your ass. You don't get your, you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna do it in front of all your friends and this, or if I don't align with something my boy is talking about or doing, I'm like, hey, you need to pull it together. Like, check yourself, because that's out of line. You know what I mean?
But he's saying publicly, or are you gonna do it
no,
behind?
I'm never going to step in and put any of my people in a bad light or put it in me against you, because it's never me against you. And I'm not gonna let people have a narrative to run with and create something out of nothing. And I just believe, like, you, not that you keep your house business in the house, because that could have a negative effect also, but you owe the respect to your people to do it in a respectful manner.
That's facts.
Let me ask you this. I believe in keeping my house business in the house. What type of negative effect do you see that having?
Is if you keep your house business in the house, right? No one ever learns from your mistakes or what went wrong. So
Keeping house business in the house to me is something happens in the house and we talk, we come to this is what da-da-da-da-da. So there is correction there.
There is correction there. So wherever the correction was between whoever was in the house, the family, could be mom, dad, child, auntie, or whatever, you guys learned something from that. Hopefully whatever the problem was, it wasn't swept under the rug, it was actually talked about. But if we keep holding shit inside for so long and not sharing our trials and tribulations, how does Mr. Jones next door, or how does the Johnson family down the street, we can't watch them struggle through what we went through and how we got past something. And so we try to keep our shit so isolated to us because we're so worried about people's perspective and people's perception of our family. Or we don't want to look in a bad light. Like, nah, we all have problems. We all are imperfect. We all make mistakes. But how did we build and get from that? And I think us, because we've been attacked so much by the outside world, that we've covered it. Like, we have to keep this because there was threats of death, threats of lynching, threats of that could happen if things get out. But now we're in a place where it's time to share trials and tribulations. Like with me, I had a prostate scare, a cancer scare, and it ended up being nothing. But I took that as like that black men are the #1 demographic for prostate cancer. I'm 43 years old. And not one person ever talked to me about prostate cancer. Not one black man. And we the highest. So it's not that we're not going through it. It's that we're not talking about it. And so I went back to, because they're embarrassed of the process.
Black people don't go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Black men don't go to the doctor.
That's speak for yourself. But I feel
No, he's speaking in general terms.
And I don't know why niggas don't. I don't get that shit.
And so I went to football practice.
I don't go as much as I should.
And shared that story with the dude. I was like, hey man, go get your shit checked out, because this and that. He went a week later, he had 10 polyps he had to have removed. As the doctor said, if you wouldn't have came in, when you came in, you'd be in a real serious. And I was like, this is why we supposed to fucking talk and communicate what we go through. Yeah. Because we could be embarrassed like, oh shit, I don't want to talk about this and this and that, but then somebody right next to your left dies from it.
Right.
Because we so proud of what we got and how we being looked at. So that's just why I feel like certain things, yeah, you could keep in the household or whatever that don't need to be talked about, but not to every level.
Okay.
I think what you were saying, like, just handling in the household, don't let her go to work and talk about it, or your friends try to solve the shit. Is that what you kind of saying? Like,
I feel
figure
like
it out in the house.
I feel like that with anything though, but it's because of what he said. Like, I want to put a good front, a good view of what my family structure is out here.
Exactly.
So there's certain things where I'm like, hey, this is between us. This is what's going on. We'll figure it out. And out there though, we here.
Calm as kept,
Your
quiet
wife
as
is
kept.
She gonna say stuff to her friends though. She can't keep
That's what
everything.
I
Oh,
was
I
saying.
believe that's for sure.
gonna talk.
Everyone has that though. I'll tell you shit at work, bro, man. Check this out. You know what I'm saying? So everyone needs to have an outlet to where they can speak, because I'm a big believer in when I have a problem or something, I don't mind talking to people about it, because there are so many times where I'll talk to him, he's like, but bro, look, I'm like, damn, I didn't even see it like that.
Like
Even
another
different
outlet.
You know what I'm saying? So I
outlets.
love to speak about my problems and like tell me what you think. You know what I mean? And I'll take some of your shit and put it with my shit. You know what I mean?
And that's how that shit works.
Facts.
And that's how there's growth, and that's how we get better as a people. Like,
You're a
I'm
better
not gonna
man.
let you bang your head against the wall about something that I went through and I figured out. Like sometimes, like in set lighting, like some of the older dudes will be like, I had to work my ass off to get up in there.
Contract today, $399.
Yeah.
We own.
Yeah.
We own.
And so they'll be like, he needs to. When I did it, I had to do it this hard way. I had to work this hard to get up there and be that. But why do you want to see a young man struggle through some shit and possibly not make it just because you had to go through that? That might not be his avenue. You might be able to step in and be like, hey, young man, like this is really the way to get it done. But you want to see him struggle because
they
you
went through
can't
that struggle.
see outside your
That's
own
a
struggle.
hater. That's like, why would you?
I did it. He got to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
They went through that struggle, so they want to see the next man struggle.
Exactly.
That's a ridiculous way to think, man. But people do it.
That's what
It's
people
All
do.
the time.
They say the
But
game ain't free though. They say game
I
ain't
hate
free.
to say
That's
it,
a
not
black people thing.
Hispanics, like I'm saying, they help their own.
And
people
I'm
out
not mad at it, bro.
I'm not mad at them either.
I'm not mad at it. You walk into McDonald's, it's all of them in there. Like, oh, she'd have put the whole team on. But I'm
Construction
not
work.
mad at it. Oh, whoa.
Construction work.
They killing that industry, bro. I don't see no black men on construction sites anywhere. It's
Very few.
Not even, I don't see none.
You see
And I
some,
be-
but it's very few.
And I'm looking, what's going on? Nothing.
They old heads if they are.
It's rare.
Old heads.
That's because they put
Been
so
there.
much time in, like, you got to put me on this project.
Right.
Yeah, black people always tearing each other down, bro.
They have some
Always
of those
pocket
projects
watching.
that they do, like on Crenshaw, where they have to hire a certain amount of
amount.
people from the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like to
Thank God for that.
thank God for that, because
That's in production too. They got to hire a certain amount of black people in production now, just to get
Well, let's get
just
it
keep
going.
them numbers up.
Let's get it going.
right.
Let's get it going.
How long you been doing 728?
Shit. 10 years. 10 years. I haven't done it in about. I haven't actually worked a set since Lucifer, and that
I
was.
did Lucifer for a few days.
Did you?
I did layout board, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I did at WB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't do it at the lot. I'm on location. So when they
Okay.
film at a house, when they film on a boat,
Yeah,
wherever,
yeah. And they are out a lot on that show.
Yeah.
They do it. Yeah, so I did that for about
Wherever they have a mat.
a little while, and then they took us out, and because of COVID, like the people had started catching it on the team, and I never came back. I was like, you know what, nigga, I'm not coming back.
How'd you get into it? How'd you get into set lighting? Was you a PA at first?
I went through Streetlights program.
No shit.
Yeah.
Me and him went to Streetlights too.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, we Streetlight graduates.
Yeah, I went through Streetlights production assistant program
Alumni.
dope.
with Dorothy,
Yeah, Dorothy. That's
Adele, and
Which one? I don't remember. I just remember Dorothy.
Adele is was
Dorothy
like
the
a
white
redhead
lady?
twin. Dorothy's the older.
I know
yeah,
Dorothy was like an older lady. That's older than Dorothy.
Yeah,
That's
and
dope.
That
That's
that
solid.
program, I love that program, man. Like, I don't think it gets enough credit for the work that it does, and that's another thing that people got to share. Like, hey, you trying to get in there? This is a program that can help facilitate that.
I rarely see black people on set.
Really,
Rarely. Yeah. When I see black people, I be like, what's happening? Like, just to let you know I'm here with
Got
you.
to, yeah.
I'm here with you.
absolutely.
Streetlights, man.
It's a
Shout
few,
out Streetlights.
A few brothers at like Mozzie, Don Mitchell, Mozzie, and Malik Saeed, who did Belly, and Kent Tramiel. They make sure that they hire all black crews, and it's an electrical crew. You know what I mean? And so they be back and forth from Atlanta out here, but
That's tight.
they do they part in representing and making it for us.
That's what's up. You play video games?
No.
So you're not on the NCAA wave?
I used to play, but I played NCAA so long ago. Well, before it got shut down.
10 years
You
ago.
know, like 10 years ago. I was big on Madden, in '98 when it was hit stick was the elbow coming up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but my son, well, I wouldn't be able to because my sons take up the TVs anyway, like playing so much. Because my 8-year-old, he loves gaming, and my older boy, 18, he likes gaming. So, yeah, it's too hard for me now, though. Like, the technology and the graphics.
And it's much more things to do. Like, before you could just catch the ball and run.
Yeah.
Now you got to either catch it running, catch it aggressive, catch it, you know what I'm saying? So
it's so much. Like, I was trying to play with my son, and I was like, how do I call the audible? Like,
so
man,
much
like
more
the audible
advanced
used to be so easy. Like, now you got to go to this button. I was like,
yeah, it's a lot
games
going
are
on.
advanced. So he online with the whole headphones.
He's doing it all. Like, it tripped me out because I went and sat in his room and I was watching a movie for 15 minutes with him. And that shit went to a game. I was like, nigga, like, that wasn't a movie. He was like, nah.
Yeah,
that
the
was,
cutscenes,
like,
that's
yeah.
yeah.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
shit. And I was actually, like,
Into
enjoying that shit. Like, oh, shit. And that shit cut to him playing a video game. I was like, damn, I can't keep up.
That's what's up. I fuck with it, man. That shit is kind of difficult, man. I can't, no offensive line. Them niggas is back there with you.
What, in college?
Yeah.
Versus Madden?
On Heisman? Like, when
It's
you
more
play
difficult.
on the Heisman, yeah, man, like, I don't got no time to throw the ball.
Because, wait, so is it like that because you can run the pitch?
It's
And
like
you can
that
run with
'cause
the
this
quarterback?
nigga's trash. That's why I like it. This nigga's ass. But no, the college
That's
is a
it
lot
still
harder.
hard, bro? Another week later?
I will say.
No,
I
I'm
will-
rocking. I
will
took my
shoot
team
you
to a
some
national
bail.
championship.
Okay.
The
Heisman
college is a lot harder to play. Niggas is on all. Niggas
But it's
is
always
all
been harder,
online. No, this shit is different. The defense is way different. There's so many videos online about people trying to learn how to pick the right defense.
What?
It ain't. No, it's terribly different, bro. I haven't even played the game in about a week, and I had it when it came out. Like it's different.
How many teams are
You gotta
on
play
there?
on rookie.
The whole
It's-
shit.
The real.
Nah,
all the
it's no
colleges.
black colleges. No
No
black
HBCUs?
colleges. No HBCUs.
You don't got Jackson State on it?
Nope.
I didn't know
I don't
that.
think so. No FAMU, none of that. Nope.
I didn't know that.
That's crazy.
Jackson State. I don't
They
think
gotta
so.
put
though. No
Jackson
FAMU,
State
nope.
gotta be on there.
Damn.
But
That-
it's dope.
this
The
is-
graphics is dope. It's a well polished game. They took their time. We got the topic right here. They already started working on the next one for next year.
Well, you do that because
All they
of what happens
need to
with
work on is the commentary. I'm already starting to hear some of the same commentary. Like, bro, I just got the game. These niggas are still repeating. Have
The
you got
same
that?
thing.
Yeah, like, bro, 10 years, my nigga, and he just said this shit.
when I play.
What you mean? Like the same
Like the
thing?
commentary, you come out
So like
in the
when
game.
you score, he's saying the same thing
Like the
now.
same,
Yeah.
like he
yeah.
might have 3 little comments to say when you score. It's like, bro, have
They gotta
50.
build. They gotta build it up.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
would think that they waited 10 years, they'd at least could have had that. You had a lot of time.
A lot
when
of time.
When I'm playing that, that's when I put it on mute and I'm listening to podcasts.
And that's what I'm
doing
gonna have to do
different
right
little
now. Because I've ran out of the audio. I've heard it all.
That's how I feel. I've heard all the shit. Like now I'm about to watch a podcast.
You watch sports?
Yeah.
Who your team?
And what sport?
Basketball.
Basketball, I ride with the Lakers. Football, I ride with the Raiders.
Raiders.
Baseball, I'm a Yankee fan.
Yankees
Y'all
is
just
what,
traded for
Jeter?
somebody.
The
You
Yankees.
ain't no Yankee fan.
Oh, you talking about the Yankees?
Yeah, they just traded for this
Oh,
black
yeah, I
dude.
don't know.
You don't know. You don't know either. You said
I
this-
saw it today
you
on my
said
ESPN,
This
though.
black dude.
When?
I don't follow baseball like that, but if he's a Yankees fan and they trade for a player and they put him next
I
to
feel you.
Aaron Judge
I
and
feel you.
annan guy like he's a superstar that's about to change things, I asked my man.
A superstar?
I'm gonna find it for
It
you.
just
right
happened
now.
today,
It just
so
happened
he-
today.
you know,
Really?
If he's a Yankees fan, ESPN is supposed to alert him when that trade goes
I don't
down.
even got cable.
Man,
So literal, like.
bro, I'm a Falcons fan.
I
I
got
have the
cable.
Falcons app. I have the Dodgers app. I have the Lakers app. There's nothing going on with any of them teams that I'm not aware of.
You need the Vikings.
Yeah,
app.
I don't got an app for none of my teams.
So you're a casual fan.
No, I'm not a fanatic.
So you're a
That's a good
casual
way to
fan.
say it.
No, I'm not a fanatic. I don't need to know what they're doing at all times.
That's fast.
Look, Falcons coming in. Falcons coming in.
So you getting all your updates.
Come on, I need to know what's going on. I got bets to make
They
come
ain't
season
doing
time.
shit.
What do you,
Falcons, you know
come
they
on,
ain't
you know we
doing
going
shit.
to the playoffs. I'm trying to find
Y'all
just
going to the playoffs this year?
11 wins.
Yeah,
I
y'all
said
watch
it.
your quarterback.
Did y'all
here.
watch the Olympics today?
I did.
What?
Kevin Durant went off. He went 8
Oh,
for 8.
I didn't. I
That nigga
watched
missed
it.
8 for
but
8 in the
one
first
shot.
half. In the first
I
half,
think
he
the
was 8
whole
for 8.
game,
Yeah.
Have they even had a challenge yet? Like, has anybody actually challenged
This
them?
was kind of a challenge.
Nah,
at
they
the
was- they
beginning.
had a challenge
Sudan,
against
Sudan
Sudan.
almost beat them. LeBron
Yes.
had to hit a last minute layup.
Yeah, South Sudan, they beat them by like 2 points.
And they 1 point. And they said them niggas don't even have
My
an
bad.
indoor gym to play in. That they in their country.
Kevin Durant was cooking, my
He didn't
nigga.
miss a shot today. Look, see, there you go.
Yeah, that's vivid.
He was cooking,
But wait,
bro.
Kevin Durant in those leagues playing against it, he's unstoppable.
Yes,
Like he's
for sure.
unstoppable now, but against
Cooking,
that
bro.
kind of shit, he's unstoppable.
The Slim Reaper. That's
He
a
took
cold
that shit
name.
over. Yeah, he bought
He's
up.
unstoppable. Kevin Durant against some slow cats.
He gotta call LeBron like, yo, if you cut your hair, I'll cut my shit. That shit trash, bro.
They
Yeah,
squad so hard they didn't play Jason Tatum. He rode the bench the whole game.
That's been a thing today. That's been a thing among everybody. Like, oh,
might
Tatum
be
didn't even
hurt.
play. But
He
it's
not hurt. He just shit. They just got
they just sat
Yeah,
him.
he barely played in the finals, so we're not tripping. He didn't show up either until today for sure had to win.
Nah, he played ball. He just didn't give you Jason Tatum 30 and 10. But one game he had a triple double. Like he's solid.
But he gets solid once he find out, like, okay, we got this in the bag. When it's crunch time, Jalen be showing up.
Jalen Brown, yeah.
And Jason become the supporter. But then when it's like known, like, okay, we got a good cushion, we got a good lead, then he go berserk. I'm not saying he's not good. I just don't think he crunch time.
Did you watch every game of the finals? And you mean to tell me that so Jason Tatum, the way I viewed that finals is like there was never a time like Boston was out of their element and Tatum had to come to a rescue. Right?
Did he ever earn his 300 million? Did his 300 million show up in the finals?
Crazy.
He was making 300 million at that time.
But I'm saying, did his performance in the finals justify 300 million to you?
But
He's
this is the
not
thing.
consistent.
You can't look at the finals performance. And had
I
they
can look at his
lost,
other
had they
finals.
lost, you could have said something. But that I'm saying, like the way that finals went, bro, they were never in a situation where it's like Tatum, we need you to save us. It was never that.
You should never have to do that.
It was just that we got it in control. Even when they would go down in some games, like it's never like what we gonna do.
But
Like
do you believe in Jason Tatum?
yes, I'll take Jason Tatum
you
on the
really?
Lakers right now. Right now,
Yeah, we take
today.
anybody on the Lakers, bro.
No, I
Jason
won't.
Tatum, not
Jason
even
Tatum
just
not
this
a
finals.
dog,
You can
though.
look at his history of how he show up. He don't ever show up to the big stuff.
But some
This
players,
was the first year that he showed up, like that they showed up and won, and he wasn't the guy.
So you're comparing in demeanor and attitude and show upness. You're comparing a Jason Tatum to a Paul George. They're the same to you.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm not comparing him to a Paul George.
So you
I
think Paul
Jason
George
Tatum
shows up when it's time?
I think Jason Tatum is better than Paul George.
But he talking about like that dog mentality.
Yeah, He don't got it.
Because Paul George will tell you right now, I'm comfortable being number 2. I'm not here to be your number 1. I'm gonna be number 2 and play in the cut, and I'm gonna do my thing. Paul Pierce has said that when it was up for debate about him and Kawhi, who's the number 1 guy on the Clippers.
Paul Pierce said that about Paul.
I'm sorry, not Paul Pierce.
Oh,
Paul George
said
said
that.
out of his mouth,
He said, "I'm not."
I'm cool with being Robin. I don't need to be your lead guy.
I think with the Clippers, or where was he at?
Clippers.
With the Clippers, yeah, because you're not better than Kawhi. You got to say that because you're not better than
You're
him.
not better than Kawhi, but right now you're more valuable to the Clippers than Kawhi is. Kawhi's
he's
hurt
injured all the
come on.
time.
So you're the guy on this team.
But with Jalen and Jason Tatum, I think they got a better relationship, of course, and they handle it better. But this is the time to show that you are that guy.
I think Jason Tatum is a guy, man.
He just ain't got that mentality,
when
bro.
we're talking about the money aspect, he's a max guy. Like if you don't pay him $315, somebody else gonna give it to him.
Somebody else gonna give it
So
to
it's
him.
like we're not letting that go for him to go over there. We need that with Jaylen Brown to continue this run.
So it's situational.
For sure.
It's a situational contract, not really a talent contract.
I'm not gonna say that because I believe Jason Tatum has earned that contract. Like he's a guy, he's a fella in the NBA. When you think of NBA right now, you're mentioning Jason Tatum's name within the top 10.
Is he on your starting 5?
With who else available to me?
Everybody.
Everybody available. Jason Tatum is not your starting 5.
You're saying if I can pick a player from every
Bro,
whoever I want.
everybody,
my
dog.
nigga.
Okay, but I'm gonna put KD over him.
Of course.
Yes.
Okay, so he's not
out of
your top
He's
five.
a guy though. I don't care if he's in my
said
top
he's
5.
your
He's a
top
guy.
10. He's in your
Is
top
he a
10.
top 10? Is
He said he's in
he
his
coming
top 10.
behind
Yes.
Kevin Durant?
He said
You
he's in
putting
his
him
top
behind Kevin Durant?
Well, if you're gonna give me the whole NBA to choose from,
That's what I'm saying.
So he's not your guy.
There's at least 30 people.
I don't like how y'all setting me up. Jason Tatum deserves 315 hands down.
Hey, if they giving it out like that, they giving it out like
And
much
because of
tickets,
that, all that
you know what I mean?
matters
The
too, yeah. But his 315 wasn't based solely on this
I know. I'm
year's
just
final
saying,
performance.
if it was,
Then no.
Okay.
Then no.
That's why I
But
said he
listen,
didn't show up
in
to me.
numbers wise, no. But he didn't have to do anything though. You're not saying
But
like.
is that more about the
you get 300
team than
million, you're
him?
supposed to do all that.
That's more about the team than it is
Y'all
him.
tripping,
If you get
man.
300 million, you're supposed to be balling out there. You can't-
Luka's gonna get 300 million. Did he already get it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
Luka got
Luka has
that.
300
Oh wait,
million.
I don't
right?
know if he got it yet, but he's
gonna
gonna
get it,
Okay.
right? He got Kyrie there with him, bro. If you take away Kyrie from the equation, Luka will not be as successful. He's still going to deserve his 315 mil, but he won't be as successful, right? So
Luka was doing that
As
before
in-
the way the
Kyrie.
Boston Celtics look
Luka
at
was
it,
doing that before Kyrie
That's all I
came.
was saying.
But you saying in the playoffs, going deeper in the playoffs.
exactly.
Like
He was
did that
doing
with
all
David
that fine.
Griffin.
No,
but he wasn't getting into the playoffs. And
he
going
wasn't
deep.
getting into no NBA Finals,
Still
bro.
nice though.
And that's what I'm saying.
Still
And that's
nice.
all I'm
nice.
saying. He's a guy
Still
still.
nice though.
But Kyrie
Is Luka
didn't
Luka's
show
a
up.
dog.
We can do the same thing with Luka that you guys were just trying to do with Tatum. You could pick 2 or 3 guys over Luka to start at your point guard.
No, let me say this. So Luka has his numbers are way more consistent than Jason Tatum's.
You know why?
Doubles,
You know why?
Because he's the guy.
No, because
And
he's
act-
ball dominant and the ball is in his hand 24/7. So if the ball was in Jason Tatum's hand where he could jack up every single shot, he could do that too. Luka averages 10 assists a game and 30 points because the
Who you gonna
ball
put the
is
ball-
always in his hand.
So who would you rather with the ball,
what?
Luka or Jason
He's
Tatum?
either the shooter
Shooter
or
or the
he's the
passer.
distributor, so he's gonna get the stats. Well,
So who'd you rather, Jason Tatum or Luka?
Luka. He's gonna take
it depends on
Luka.
what kind of team I got.
You
Who would
gonna
you rather-
take
it
Luka.
depends. If you're asking me who I'm gonna take,
Out of Tatum and
first
Luka?
I'm taking Tatum.
I'm taking Luka.
Oh my
Because
God.
Tatum's gonna rebound, Tatum's gonna defend. Luka can't guard nobody.
Now that I will give you
So
that.
that's what I'm. That's what
I
I'm
will
looking
give
at
you that.
all of that. But when I'm taking my play, I'm taking Tatum.
But if you need somebody to put
But
up
I would
points, you
pick
need
a
that
defensive
dog.
team
Yeah.
Bro,
around
Tatum get
Luka.
bit. Say
I
it
would
again.
pick up some defensive players. I would take him not playing defense for his offense.
Do you? I would too.
Yeah.
Do you think Klay Thompson makes?
They don't
them-
give Klay Thompson no credit.
Do you think
He deserves more credit than everybody on that team.
the
both
Dallas
State?
Mavericks, in my opinion, couldn't compete with the Boston Celtics because them Derrick Jones niggas and PJ Washington niggas can't play when it's crunch time, right? So the reason why they lost is because when Luka and Kyrie is kicking it to niggas, y'all bricking. Klay's gonna make those. Do you think now the Mavericks are the favorite to come out of the West and this time win
With
it
Klay
the
there?
addition of Klay?
Now, with Klay post injuries and being older, I think Klay is a dog. Like, because no one ever talks about how Klay Thompson was stick the number one day
That was
in,
back in
day
the
out.
day. We ain't talking about that. That's very true. But we're talking about Klay today.
But that's what made me think Klay was as good as he is. If that doesn't
He's
come,
not-
if that doesn't come with it, he's not going to
They
be
don't
that much of an
need Klay
impact.
to do that. They need.
They do need Klay to defend,
No, they,
though.
bro.
Who-
They
don't
need
got no
Klay.
defenders.
Luka's not defending.
If
They
Luka
better
not
put him on
defending,
a
they
one.
gonna need Klay to
What
defend.
PJ play? Okay, but listen. The reason why they got Klay Thompson is what I just told you. Them niggas
To
are
shoot a
sitting
three.
here and they're not making nothing. Klay's gonna make those.
He's going to make those.
PJ
If
gonna
he's just
defend.
sitting there, he's just going to
And
sit
he
there.
gonna rebound.
So he's going to be a positional
But
just
he
shoot,
going back to
shoot the
Charlotte.
three. He's going to be just sitting the spot, hit the three. And he's
Oh,
going
did
to
they
hit
trade
it.
him off?
And he's as much as he's that much of a competitor to where like the defensive acumen ain't there because he can't move, but he's there trying to will it.
Even with him not being 100%, he plays better defense than 70% of the NBA.
You're just. I feel like you're just talking right now.
No,
Rios.
man. His defense, his knowledge of the game and his intelligence, his IQ of basketball, he'll know, like, just having him
See,
on the
and
court.
I just said that. I just didn't say it in depth. I said Klay being there, like he doesn't have the physical, like he can't slide how he used to. But just the way he's gonna get after it because of his tenacity plus the IQ, he's still gonna be valuable on defense.
And that adds into the defense. You can't just be physical, just playing defense like, oh, I'm going to D up on you, I'm going to press you, but then you leave a man open over here. You don't know how to handle a pick and roll. You don't know how to get
I
out behind the
agree.
three. That is a part of defense. Like, not just his physical acumen
agree.
of
The
being
IQ of
fast,
it.
the IQ of it.
He's smart.
He's going to be beneficial to any team. I wanted the Lakers to get him.
Me too,
yeah.
man.
But
I don't know what them
he
niggas
got that
in the front
DNA.
office be
He
doing.
had 2 opportunities.
But
They
you know-
had the last time.
But you know what they said? They said that
sales
Klay
tax?
Thompson was offered more money by other teams. A big decision of where he went to play was the state taxes.
Yeah, state
like
taxes.
he wanted all his bread.
Yeah.
So Lakers,
I get-
like he ain't chewing that up. I think Lakers offered him another year plus another like 10, 11. And he's like, yeah, I'll take the 350.
How far is Dallas from Austin?
I don't know.
Because Klay Thompson's big into tech right now. Like, he's big in the technical field, like things that happen in the future. He might be going out there to get close to Austin. Because Austin is the tech bubble right now.
And he was big in tech when he was in Golden State,
Right.
so it could be the play.
Right. And he's getting all his money. Too.
Money.
So he might.
Elon Musk dipping out there.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, he going to.
That's a real power move right there.
2 hours? Yeah, see.
he thinking
he
like
right
that,
A
there.
quick helicopter ride.
That's a power
He
move.
right there. And I could see him making that play. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm going to be out here.
What y'all think about Denver Nuggets getting Russell Westbrook?
It's not gonna matter.
It don't
That ain't
matter
gonna
at
help them
all.
out?
It don't.
So it's not a benefit?
No.
Russell is on the decline, bro.
It might be a liability.
The only way Russell Westbrook is going to be an asset to every team, to any team, is if you can really get him to lock in and buy in on this is your role that we need you to do. I don't need you getting a fast break rebound and coming down and jacking up a shot because you want to score. Like, nah, bro, I need you to get that one. If you speed down there and have a chance to do something, cool. But if not, like, he just got to understand his role and what we're asking you to do, and then he can be very successful because he still got it.
Do you think he's capable of that?
No.
Because if you can't do that for Kevin Durant, you for sure ain't about to do it for Jamal Murray.
He couldn't do it for
He
for
would've did it already.
LeBron either.
Yeah.
I just think Russell wants to do what Russell wants to do.
So the Denver not the best team?
Nah.
You give us a Dallas?
Nah. And they lost a few people too. And Michael Porter Jr., his mind ain't right. His brothers got kicked out for gambling. His other brother in the feds. Like, that family's going through it right now. So
they had their run, and now people, like, the fear is gone. Like, once that fear is gone of, like, not Luka. Jokic, who's a baller. But when they figured out, like, oh, we're going to move, we're going to be fast, and, you know, like, they figured them out.
I think Boston, man, has the best chance to run it back, man.
They're gonna be in the finals for like the next 3 years.
I agree, man, because like even when they were playing Dallas, I bet so much money on Boston because I'm like, bro, Luka and them in the last series, like niggas was wide open hitting threes, and once Luka transfers himself from Ant, now he's on Gobert and these niggas.
Right.
He's gonna go from Drew Holiday to Jason Tatum to Jaylen Brown to Derek White to fucking the white boy that shoot the threes. Like every time you switch, it's a nigga in your mix who can get with you.
Al Horford.
Who was playing inspired ball.
Though.
I'm telling you, Al Horford played a pivotal role in that team. Al Horford being there is pivotal. Man.
Yeah, like, Boston's gonna win a few more. Milwaukee
with Dame?
Dame ain't tough enough for me. He don't got enough grip for me. Like, come on.
They talking about he went out.
Damn.
He ain't. Dame is all offense, bro.
Better.
Dame is all offense. If you can stop that offense, like he's not stopping shit on defense. He's not a great passer. Like he can score the ball. And if you can do one of two things when you face players like that. You can let him rock out and stop everybody else, or he can go cold and make somebody else have to beat you. Or you know what I'm saying? Like you can get around that.
He played a certain type of ball for how long? 10 years? How long was he in Portland? A long time. And he played that specific kind of ball every day, all day. And now you're asking him to switch up and be like a team, like he is what he is. You know what I mean? Like.
And so him and Giannis, I thought
they was gonna do
that don't work.
Shit.
I thought they were too. I'm like 2 scorers, like who you gonna stop? But then you got my boy Chris Middleton. I don't know what my boy got going on no more.
He used to be a baller.
That's why I said no more.
He used to be. It might be getting up there in age, catching up with him. You know what I mean? Like, I think what has to happen, Giannis has to leave. I want Giannis out. I want him out of there.
He's too endeared to Milwaukee. Man. Milwaukee they're gonna give him the Kobe treatment. Like whatever you need, this is you. This is your town. Whatever you need, we'll figure it out.
A lifetime contract.
I would love to see Giannis on the Knicks. To throw in the mix of the Knicks and just going on up there.
There's too many niggas who are ball dominant there. Like the reason why Jalen Brunson is so successful is because he rocked like a Luka.
He rocked like a Luka, but I think Giannis can thrive in a situation because he's so athletically gifted and so aggressive. He's going to be able to be around the rim over here, get them shit, dump offs, and he's going to still have his numbers. Like,
for sure, but how successful will the team be?
I think they'll be good.
I feel like a Giannis got to go to a team.
Because the Knicks was decent this year.
They were great this year.
They were decent this year. And add a Giannis to that?
I just feel like too many niggas over there want the ball. Like the offense ain't going to go how it go. What you just saw the Knicks do is Jalen Brunson set up shop and went to work. And everybody else got in how they fit it.
He need more help, though.
But what I'm saying is since he's such a ball-dominant person, like it don't work like that. Like Giannis has to go to a team where you have some great defenders. These niggas can make some shots. You maybe have another star with them. And like these niggas gonna rock and you supporting Cash, y'all gonna play excellent D and y'all gonna make open shots.
But Giannis won the championship playing that kind of ball like Jalen Brunson. Just having the ball in his hand, just coming up.
It was his team.
It was his team. So like he's used to that kind of game. Like, give me the ball, let me go dominate.
That's not what it's going to be in New York, though.
But Brunson couldn't do it on his own, playing that kind of game. Giannis did do it, playing that kind of game.
But Giannis did it. There was no other star there when Giannis did that.
There was no other star there. Who was the other star with Brunson?
That's what I'm saying. You're saying that Giannis was able to do all that, but there's no other star there to command the. That's why him and Dame ain't. You see what him and Dame doing. Another star that's supposed to want the ball and score the ball, it's not rocking.
But Brunson plays a totally different type of game than Dame. To me,
Brunson is the same offensive go-getter player. He may not get his points the same way. He's more
but Brunson gonna pass and he's gonna go to the hoop.
Y'all gotta come on now.
He's gonna get to the rim.
He's gonna do that for sure.
He's gonna get to the rim.
Dame can get to the rim,
but he don't.
Dame gonna pull up.
So okay. What changes because Brunson can get to the rim and Dame don't get to the rim? Like, what does that change?
That changes the bodies on Brunson and leaving the body off of Giannis. That they're gonna have to help on that.
They have to help on Dame when Dame get to shaking. So even though Dame,
they have to help outside. When you have to help on Brunson coming to the middle and you leave a 7-foot Giannis,
everybody coming in.
Like what?
You just throw the alley hoop. Bro.
Okay, so what happens? What happens when we got a good defender on Brunson and we have another solid one on Giannis, so where we could put this guy on Brunson and he ain't doing too much, to where we don't got to worry about the breakdown? What happens then?
We know nobody can stick Giannis. We know that.
You can build a wall around Giannis.
You said put one defender on him. There's no defender that can stick him.
I only need one defender on him to stay with him as he does all this. Time out. I only need one defender on Giannis as he's roaming around. As soon as he gets the ball, now we can send the other defender.
Okay, so once you have to be so disciplined as a defender not to bite on somebody coming to the middle and Giannis being right there. You have to, your whole game, you have to be glued to his hip.
The only way this works is if Giannis becomes a better outside shooter. Because now that we know that the only thing you can do is come to our chest, we can let you do that.
You can't
but that's what he's been doing.
I don't know.
You can't stop that.
He won a championship like that.
MVP.
He won a championship like
and
that.
And went back to the finals.
He was the sole provider. When he was the man that was making everything happen. Once you add Brunson into that mix, another player who. Brunson ain't no nigga who he could just be off the ball, running around, catch, shoot, do this, do that. Brunson has to have this motherfucker in his hand breaking shit down.
That's like saying Shaq and Kobe can't exist. Like, Shaq needed the ball in his hand all the time. But Kobe was able to beat Kobe even with that. Mm-hmm. So you have to be able to get your points and the other person be a totally different game. You can have a star player that's ball because Kobe's ball dominant. Shaq is ball dominant. That's why they bounce.
But see, back then when Kobe was young, even though he was ball dominant, he still took a slight backseat to Shaq.
You don't think Brunson would take a backseat to Giannis?
I don't know.
I think so.
Brunson not that kind of superstar. It's still people that don't know his name. There's still people that don't know his name.
If for that to happen, Brunson got to go to Milwaukee. If Giannis come to New York, this is my city and my town. Regardless of who knows me in California and who knows me in Florida, this me.
Can't nobody.
That's my face right
now. That's how
Brunson
feel?
For sure.
But he'll change his game up if Giannis came.
I think the Knicks would have better success with Giannis, but I just don't see that. I don't see Giannis as the missing piece to put the Knicks over the top. And then you have to also understand, for the Knicks to acquire Giannis, them other niggas that make the Knicks go, they gonna got to get up out of there.
Somebody got to go.
A few niggas got to go for Giannis, not somebody.
I'm willing to take a couple somebodies off of that team to get Giannis.
What's that other cat name that's on New York?
They're going to say, you're going to give me everybody but Brunson and some draft picks. So it's going to be you and Brunson, Giannis and Brunson, and nobody else.
I want to see Giannis on the Knicks. They would have to give up the whole fucking house to get him.
So then the Knicks ain't the same no more.
But I'm just saying I would like to see him on the Knicks.
It would be dope to have them two niggas in New York and build around it. For sure.
That should be hard.
Once you get that, you have certain niggas like Walker go win a ring over there.
Right.
I think the league minimum.
Right.
For sure.
It would be interesting I think it's always interesting that when like the top 5 teams that like people love the Knicks. There's diehard Knicks fans. Mm-hmm. And when the Knicks are decent or they're good, it's better for basketball.
Yeah.
Like
just like when the Lakers
because right now I'm scared the Celtics is just about to run through shit. Because Embiid ain't showing up. They just gonna run through the East.
They just got Paul George.
Paul George and Embiid. What y'all think about that?
Now the thing is, what that does, What that does,
I think
though,
Paul George a dog.
for sure, I don't know about dog, but he's a great
Dog, he gonna make him better.
And he for sure does. And what that does is now Embiid don't got to carry the load. So now you can let Tyrese get 25, Paul George gonna get 18, and you don't got to give me 40 and 30 and all that.
That point guard hard.
That's very hard.
What's his
That's
name?
where Tyrese Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey.
That's wear and tear on his body to give me 40 and 12 every single night for us to be competitive. He don't got to do that no more. He gonna be able to ease it up and chill.
I don't think Paul George is that much to the equation.
For sure he is. For sure he is.
He can't beat Boston.
Paul George is for sure that must see the equation. You had a nigga like Tobias Harris who was doing nothing.
He's poo-poo.
Now when Embiid is on the bench, we got Paul George and Tyrese Maxey handling offense. Now when Maxey's on the bench, it ain't just Embiid by himself. Paul George is out there rocking with it.
With Embiid on the bench, ain't nobody scared of Philly.
Bro, with Embiid on the bench,
Nobody's
with
scared.
Philly
With
up
Paul
by-
George out there and
with-
Tyrese Maxey, ain't nobody scared of that.
with Embiid on the bench and Philly up by 11, Tyrese Maxey and Paul George are going to hold the fort down.
Indiana could beat Philly though.
No, they can't.
Yeah, they can.
No,
bro.
they can. What do you want to bet right now?
Indiana's scary.
We could bet on every. We could bet on every game they play in the season, and if they make it to
We're
the
talking about
playoffs.
playoffs.
Okay,
We're talking
All
about
right.
series of
That's
7.
gonna be a good, but that is because Indiana.
Indiana gonna get better, bro.
That's gonna be
Philly
good.
gonna walk through them niggas
Now
You
with
remember
Embiid-
Indiana, bro? Indiana beat Philly, or did they not play? Who did Indiana
without
beat?
Paul George. If they did it without Paul George,
They not
and
afraid of
it
Paul
was without
George,
a
bro.
Tobias Harris who didn't show up at all. Tobias Harris has
Embiid
made.
didn't show up either because he was
Tobias Harris has made $300 million in his career, and Paul George has made 316. Tobias Harris has nowhere. He doesn't have any accolades.
Neither does Paul
This nigga-
George, right?
Paul George has All-Stars, First NBA, All First Team.
No
defense,
championships.
No championships, but he has individual accolades that dictate his high pay grade. There's a lot of niggas who ain't gonna win no championship who are them boys.
Because to me, Paul George ain't showed up to be a beast like he was in Indiana anywhere.
Yeah, Indiana's his best game. He had his best game with Indiana.
When he was in Indiana, that guy, he probably deserves some money. But since he left Indiana, he ain't really showed up and did anything where niggas is
see, I
talking about
feel
Paul
like
George.
when y'all talk about this money that people get paid, I feel like y'all don't have a grasp on why they get paid.
Okay, so I'm not gonna say. So
Like
let's not do the pay.
you're paying Paul George $212 million. Now you may feel like, fuck, this nigga ain't did this and did this and did this. But if I can add Paul George to the mix over here and he can be some type of something, I know he's capable of 20-something points per game. Like that's why they're getting paid. They're not going off Paul George's last year.
But that you got to go. The thing is, what have you done for me lately, right?
I get that.
And
That's
so
facts.
Last year I was 24 points a game, 6 assists and 5 rebounds. That's what I did lately.
But that's all you doing.
But my nigga,
That's
you can't
that's
blame
still
me
numbers.
because
Those are
the
numbers.
Clippers suck.
Those are still
You
numbers.
can't put the Clippers not winning solely on my back.
But what is he? 14 years? What? How many years?
He in
14
there.
years
He
in.
there. He in there.
But for
And so I'm not gonna do money. I'm not even gonna do the number total. Let's just do bodies. Would you rather have Paul George there than somebody else
sorry.
that's like
Who?
somebody younger?
Who?
I don't know actually. Let me
See, you
think.
can't tell me
I like
who.
that point guard off Indiana.
We need a small
No,
forward
you need a
that's Paul
small
George's
forward.
position,
Small four, okay.
He is small forward.
right? And
I would
we're-
have took Clay.
And the thing
I would
about
have took Clay
See,
over.
Rios, we ain't gonna talk sports if you're gonna say that type of shit.
I'd have took Clay over Paul George
Man, you gotta relax, bro.
You
Paul
know-
George is gonna defend. Paul George is
and
gonna
not
rebound.
win a championship.
But you're saying that based upon the help he's had in his prior stints.
Not the help that he had. Klay Thompson was the main focal point of those wins.
Yeah, for sure.
Before he dropped out with the knee,
Don't do
before he
that.
dropped
No, he
out,
wasn't.
before
You don't
he,
think so? Klay Thompson was
Then
that.
why
Klay
he
Thompson
don't?
was
Then
that
why
guy.
he don't have no? I'm not
Steph
saying.
ain't showed up in
I'm
the
not
fourth quarter.
saying that Klay Thompson was not a nigga.
He was that
in
guy.
Golden State. He was a guy. He was not that guy. Golden State belongs to Steph Curry. If Klay Thompson is all who y'all say
Steph
he
Curry
is,
ain't who he is without Klay Thompson.
and
Yeah,
Klay
for sure.
Thompson ain't who he
That's
is without
Splash-
Steph Curry.
Splash Brothers, bro.
Oh, for sure. So they go together. Klay Thompson does not have any Finals MVPs. Klay Thompson does not have any NBA regular season MVPs.
You think
We
Andre
gotta relax.
Iguodala earned
We
that
got-
MVP?
Yes, he did.
Playing defense on LeBron.
Yes, he did.
He won an MVP for defense
and scoring timely buckets, playing ball, bro.
on the dude who led all the stats in the whole thing. He led in every stat. And you telling me your defense is MVP worthy over Steph, over Klay?
See, when you're watching a
that's
game,
politics,
you're not
man.
seeing the game inside the game. You're watching on a superficial level.
I'm not. You know who else they gave that
Like
shit
the
to?
comments-
You know who else they gave that shit to? Kawhi Leonard. They
Finals
gave
MVP?
Kawhi Leonard a defensive MVP over Tony Parker, Ginobili, just for sticking LeBron. Is that how great LeBron is?
LeBron was peak LeBron.
Is that it? But is he so good that
And
you
then-
can win an MVP Finals
defense.
for playing defense against that nigga?
And
he had the best stats.
And Kawhi Leonard had a great final series, 25 a game, while on the other end of the floor sticking the best player in the league. And if
he
you
had games
remember,
where he had 16.
and if you remember when Kawhi Leonard crept up onto the
Was a
scene.
dog.
Like you didn't know who Kawhi Leonard was. You had to be like, who the
You had
fuck
to be
is this
watching
nigga?
basketball.
Yeah, like he
I
wasn't a
knew
star.
Cal State Long Beach.
That's what I'm saying. But if you're not a basketball aficionado, if you're not a casual fan, you didn't know who Kawhi Leonard was. So he crept up to the level of that he's at right now. So when you catch a nigga who you don't know about locking LeBron down and still putting 25 on the other end, it's an incredible
locking
thing.
LeBron down.
Making it hard for LeBron to live. Because nobody was locking LeBron down. No, for sure.
Like-
Making it hard for him to live.
And that just makes me think, like,
LeBron is him. LeBron is the GOAT of basketball.
yeah, I say the same thing.
Come on, all right.
I say the same thing.
All right.
But Andre Iguodala and Kawhi Leonard, maybe Kawhi even deserved it more than Andre Iguodala on his team.
Iguodala, I'm going to say more, I feel like it was just a moment he had that was so big during that finals.
Yeah,
and I mean,
yeah, the
I
vital
don't mean
moment.
just the block. I mean, every game he was doing something just great to help them win when they were winning their games.
He was like Robert Ory.
Yeah, so it was just a moment.
But did
Everything
Robert
went
Ory
together.
ever win an MVP?
Nah, because I'm going to say he's
they
a little
wasn't
bit more
giving-
than Ory, because Ory was just a big shot maker.
I feel like they gave him an MVP like how they give kids trophies for not winning. Like let's give you a participation trophy because we like the way you showed up on cable.
To compare a Finals MVP to a participation trophy,
They felt that they made that
moment.
political. It was a political thing.
I remember that.
You remember
I
that?
do remember that because it was.
What type of political statement is it making to give Andre Iguodala a Finals
MVP? Won
MVP?
that, bro. You know that. Steph Curry was a dog.
I need you to answer my question. What type of political statement does it make to give Andre Iguodala an MVP? What kind of political statement did they make with that, or did they try? Explain that to me.
Steph Curry had a better series.
No, I don't know what the.
You're telling me who had a better series. You're not answering the question.
Three
what
niggas on
type
that
of-
team had a better series than him.
That's your
Draymond
answer?
played better defense than him.
That's your answer.
There's three cats that had better showed up better than him.
That's your answer.
So what's the political statement?
What was the political reasoning behind giving Andre Iguodala an MVP, Finals MVP?
I don't know. It's never been done before.
So how can you say it's a political statement, but you don't know? How you can't give me any?
I don't know the behind the scenes, but there's nobody
how
nobody that watched the series said Andre Iguodala is the MVP. Not one person you sat down and watched that with said Andre Iguodala is the MVP of the finals. Not one. Not even you.
I beg to
You
differ.
didn't say that.
Nah, Iguodala.
You didn't say that.
Iguodala, it was just what he did.
I said like
in
it
the
was a
moments that he-
moment though. It was a moment. It was caught up in the
moments when he
rapture.
got in the game.
It was just a moment, man. He had special moments throughout the series, and he played
But that
solid
was about
ball.
it.
That's what kind of
His
propelled
moment
it.
wasn't so big that you thought he was the MVP.
Nah.
Listen, so
not
it was
at
one
all.
of these things like this, right? So even if I'm saying in my mind, I don't think that Andre Iguodala is about to win this award before they hand it out to him. Once he wins it, I'm like, all right, I get it.
I give it to option D.
It's see.
A, B. A, B, C, all deserved it over it.
Salute to my boy P, sent $9.99.
Oh.
Rios, thanks for coming through. That's
Oh,
actually
yeah.
the boy that's really
I appreciate you.
That's not here with us.
Hey, what's
Oh,
up, man?
oh,
He
what's up,
on a
my
good
boy?
little vacation.
He in Vegas
What's
sending
up,
money.
man? You was supposed to be here, dog.
That mean
I gotta come back.
That mean you hit on the crap tables.
Oh,
Just separate mine from yours.
And
He
salute
doing
to
his shit.
I don't want to, culture clips, $1.99.
oh yeah, for sure.
W Rios, coffee mugs in the motherfucking chat.
Man, let's go.
Man, holla at me, man. I don't see no A's in the chat though. What's going on, chat?
They in
They-
Talk to me.
They in there. Shout out Yaz.
Yaz is in the
Yes,
building.
man.
Shout out Yaz. Delar always in here. Chris,
That's
shout
my
out
boy.
Veteran.
Yeah, Double R.
They got my boy stuck in Canoga Park. Come to the city, my nigga. What you on?
Is that where he at?
Every time he posts a location.
Aceboy, Dogface in here.
Okay, Aceboy Dogface, we appreciate
man.
the tap in.
Okay, man, everybody in here, man.
Come on, man.
There's a lot of coffee cups in here for sure. LS for sure.
So
Coffee Rios. That's dope.
since you're
Is that what you got in
aligned-
your cup?
Huh?
Is that coffee right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's the cafe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not your Rios thing.
That's McDonald's.
That's McDonald's coffee.
Okay.
That's McDonald's.
Oh, I thought you were
love
saying
McDonald's
you got
coffee.
your.
What's
Oh
your-
no.
Okay.
What's your favorite coffee?
I like gas station coffee.
Okay, you like dark?
Yep,
You like
I like
motor oil?
Yep, I like that strong, just dark. But McDonald's is a quick, easy coffee, and I got the app where it's only $1.
What's your coffee chain of choice? Like the coffee beans, the Starbucks, the Dutch coffee. Like who
So
you
right
fucking
now, me and my wife been doing a lot of Cafe Du Monde. You know the pastry thing in New Orleans. They have the beignets. Cafe Du Monde. We've been heavy on that.
So if they're new, you got to fly it in, or they have?
No, there's just a can, like a folded can.
Bet. Okay.
Cafe Du Monde.
Okay.
So that's what we've been off of.
Okay, bet like Garrett's popcorn in Chicago.
Right.
Is it Garrett's?
But it's like that. Like
Okay,
they
bet.
specialize in beignets, they beignets
Okay.
with the coffee. So that's what we've been off of lately.
Bet. Okay, that's what's up, man. I was saying.
Let's get off sports, my boy.
Since you're,
talk sports for 10,000.
I was leaving. Since you're aligned, well, we still a little bit, but since you're aligned,
It's still there. I see it.
no, it's a sports related, but it's not all the way.
Okay.
Since you're aligned with the Kendrick camp, right? That's your people's. How you feel about DeMar coming back?
Wait, say it again.
You're like, since Kendrick and them, like the whole TDE, the Aceboy pit, like all of them is like Team Kendrick, right?
Yeah.
So how y'all feel about DeMar coming back and not coming back? I'm sorry.
DeMar.
When he said like Drake, that's my boy still. It's all good. It was just a rap battle. He happened to lose. That's still my guy. Because I feel like people are trying to pit it like, oh well, DeMar's in the video. He's strictly Kendrick. You know what I mean?
Hey, however he navigated that is how he navigated. I would have never showed up in the video against that. It's like,
You wouldn't have done the video?
No, I wouldn't have done the video and then gone and be up in the nigga's face like, it was just a rap. That was because to me, that song and how it's taken off is huge. But to me, it's a viral, vicious, vile shit to say about somebody, and you supporting somebody saying that shit about me, and you also in the video on stage, crip walking and doing all kinds of stuff, and then you gonna come back in my presence. I wouldn't do it if I was DeMar DeRozan, and if I was Drake, I would be like, come on, dog, like, what you doing here? Because he said some shit about me that there's no coming back from. You literally tried to, and I'm not against what Kendrick did. I think that shit was dope. But he said some shit that's like, oh, it's over, it's on. Because you went after my manhood, you went after my family, you went after this. And then this nigga was just honky-dory dancing and laughing in the video of a nigga that's like your boy going around somebody saying, hey, dude, why you around that cat? I'm about to smoke him the next time I see him. And your day one is like, oh, that's y'all shit, man.
I didn't even look at it like that. That's crazy. I didn't even look at it like that.
Like, I can't get down with it. You know what I mean?
So
It's almost fake. You backing out of the situation?
I don't know if it's fake or not, but it's faulty. Like, that shit don't
hella
show
faulty.
a good character to me.
So if you're DeMar and that situation happens, you're more of like, you know what? I'm just going to sit here and watch from afar. I'm not going to come to Drake's aid in any way because Kendrick is my boy, and I'm not going to come to Kendrick's aid anyway because Drake is my boy. And you're right. They're saying vile things about each other, and I'm not going to support either claim. Y'all hash that shit out, and I'm just here.
It's just like, you're not going to join in on your homeboy.
That makes it,
Your homeboys is fighting. Your boys, your family, they fighting. And one drops the other one. You ain't gonna go stand over your boy like, you just knocked your ass because you love that dude. This is a fade, it's a fair one. Get back up, come anew. You know what I mean? Like, hey, he got you on that one. You know what I mean? Like, you good? But you're not gonna stand over him and be like, you just got your ass knocked out. Like, because you supporting the knockout. You know what I mean? It's not an equal.
I didn't look at it like that. You're absolutely correct.
He shouldn't have said shit. Should have
Like,
stayed in his
be-
place.
Me personally, I'm out the way.
Yeah,
should've stayed in
but
his
if
place.
that's really your boy, if
Or
Drake
if he
is
said something, just stay with Kendrick.
right,
Yeah,
Or
for
pick
sure.
pick a
just
side.
your side.
Yeah,
pick a
Stay
side.
with Kendrick.
Yeah.
Don't try and be mutual now.
but then if Drake is your boy before that, if you've aligned and said that this is your boy, and now when he's losing, you jump ship.
Damn, DeMar.
I don't know if this is true. I don't know if that's what it is.
All we're going on is based off what we've seen in the public light.
Okay.
And you're just describing what we've seen, and it's absolutely correct.
That's kind of the values and virtues, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what do you value? Do you value just being in the limelight? You play basketball every night, nigga. You on cable TV. What you need to be on stage for? You didn't come back to the Lakers. You didn't come back to the Lakers, nigga. What you talking about?
He went to the Kings.
What he should have did, he's supposed to come to the Lakers, bro. He stabbed us in the back.
They say that's why J. Cole stood aside.
Yeah, he made a business decision.
He made the best decision.
Like he said, you know what, y'all got me pumped up to do some stupid shit. I'm out.
He was gonna get cooked.
Oh man.
Nah, Cole would have stood his ground because the first track he laid out and dropped was nice.
It was nice.
He stood up for a reason.
Cole would have for
He knew
sure.
what he was doing.
For sure. I'm not mad at it.
I think Cole didn't want to go to that level on them.
That's
like,
what I feel. Like he didn't want to stoop to like we could rap and talk some shit, but I'm not talking about your kids and your mama.
I think he did that for his own spirit. You know what I mean? Like people be laughing or whatever, like oh he was a clown, but I think he did that like I don't want to go.
That's not me.
Vile. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like disgusting on you. Because he is talented as fuck. He could do that. If I don't put nothing past J. Cole, but I think he bowed out like, dude, I'm not about to go. I'm in a different place.
Disgracefully,
You know what? You got that.
Peace.
You got that. You guys go ahead. And I'm glad he did because he survived that shit.
You respect him doing that?
I do. I respect it as far as a man. Like, I'm a man, bro. I don't care what the crowd is saying. Like, this ain't for me and my family. I'm going to step to the side and y'all can have that. I don't give a fuck what you say about me, nigga. I'm rich. I'm on vacation. Y'all could get into the shit, right? Now, as far as an MC, I kind of don't want you saying, or I don't want to hear you saying I'm number one, I'm the best.
Right.
I get on tracks and this is what I do. Like that, I don't need to hear you say anymore because you showed me
you're not ready.
Exactly.
You're not willing to go there.
To jump into the, exactly.
Well, I put one track out, though. He shouldn't have put that track out.
Well, because at that time, he's like, nigga, I'm in it. Let's rock. And then
to bow out like that?
I'm not mad at it, though. I respect that on so many levels as a man, bro, because in today's society, you have so many people like, oh, this is what you should do. This is what you should do. This is what you should do. And that nigga was like, bro, I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. For me, Jermaine Cole, my children, my girl, I'm chilling, bro.
Chilling.
I'm not about to jump out here in these streets beefing with niggas and I got to watch where I'm going and watch what I'm doing. I'm a family man. I make music for the grown niggas. I'm respected as a top MC. I'm good, bro.
Right.
I don't need all that other shit y'all talking about. I respect that so much.
And I like the messaging behind it.
He explained to you like, nigga,
I like the visuals of the optics of it, of people being able to see like, okay, that his pride ain't in the way.
Pride to the side.
Pride to the side, because he showed young men or whatever that like, hey man, you could make the wrong decision. And you don't have to fucking live
double
with
down on it.
double
You don't
down
gotta double
and
down
die
on it. Yeah.
in that decision. Like, nah, I fucked up, dog. Like, I'm not with that. I need to clean my shit up. You know what I mean? Like, let me get out of here. But sometimes people's pride is so they could see themselves losing. They're currently losing and seeing themselves losing, and will still push the fucking issue.
Still trying to battle.
Push more chips to in front of the table.
Knowing you're going to lose.
Knowing you're going to lose, but because you don't want to look like you gave up or you made a good decision, a business decision.
You'll run it all into the ground.
Run it into the ground and don't have a day to walk tomorrow.
That's a great lesson.
That's cold, man. That's cold. Last week, we was on Breezy in the Millions in the Tour. This week, we on Breezy in the lawsuit. The lawsuit states 4 men were at the concert. There's girls waiting to go to the meet and greet, right?
The meet and greet?
The meet and greet. The 100 girls are waiting to go to the meet and greet. The men are still mingling with the women, and they get kind of ushered into the meet and greet as well, right?
Oh,
men,
shit.
the boyfriend?
The men. No, it's for just guys. It's just guys.
Getting at the girls. I'm
trying to holler at the girls, and they like, oh, meet and greet time. Come on, y'all. And the line is moving this way, and y'all
They got tickets for the meet and greet because they're breaking bread?
I'm not sure if they paid for the meet and greet. I just know they were in the area. I don't know how they got to the area.
They got herded in with the crowd.
That's what I think happened. Like, they're just chopping it up with some girls. The meet and greet line is moving along, and they're like, let me get my little numbers off, or however that goes. I'm not sure on that fact. But what I am sure about is they get there, the girls is meeting and greeting. The dudes is like, all right, y'all, we out. Ooh, hey, Breezy, we up out of here, man. Great show. Nice to see you. From Breezy's like, all right, bet, cool. Y'all, we cool. From somewhere in the back, a voice yells out, fuck them niggas, Brown. That's the niggas we was beefing with. Chris Brown then says, allegedly, Oh, it is. Get these niggas.
Oh, he fucked up.
And them niggas get jumped backstage. So Browns
is it recorded?
I haven't seen any video, but they have filed paperwork. The 4 dudes, 50 mil is what they're seeking.
Damn.
They say Chris Brown's entourage jumped him in the back. Chris Brown's in it, his boy Cinco's in it, and like 2 other people. So I'm like, and Yella Beezy's in it. Yella Beezy was there. He's in Dallas in his city. So that boy,
Yella Beezy put hands on that nigga too?
he's in the lawsuit. I don't know if he actually put hands on it or
security.
if he was there. Something got facilitated through him.
Yellow Beezy wrong with Chris Brown?
No,
Well,
they
it was
said
in
they
Dallas, so that's where
Check,
Lil
like,
Beezy is
yeah.
from.
Situation.
So it's like pull up, they cool, pull up to the show, we outside type shit.
I wonder who the nigga said, that's them niggas who, that's
Bro,
nasty.
the article said a voice from the back.
That's nasty.
Nigga, like, get them niggas.
Oh man.
One of his boys. One of his boys that shouldn't be with him. That's why
Right.
he getting
Yeah,
sued for
bro,
50
you shouldn't have
million.
incited that riot. Because my thing is, if you know you've had words with Chris Brown, and you know what type of nigga Chris Brown is, why would you go put yourself in Chris Brown's
Vicinity.
Yeah, but not even in his vicinity, but a place where he's controlling the environment. Like, this is his backstage shit. All the exits, those is his security guards type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Some niggas ain't
Because
looking
you about
at it
to
like
get
that.
50 mil.
Exactly. Niggas looking at
What?
that shit and see what can come from that now.
Would you sue? Like, let's say you go somewhere, and this question is for everyone here. Let's say you go somewhere and you bump up into somebody famous. I'm not going to put a name to it. Y'all get into a scuffle. I don't care whether you won or lost the fight, but you know that because I scuffle with this nigga, I can get a check. Do you sue?
Hell yeah.
I
Why
don't,
not?
I don't think you can
all that
scuffle
money
with
that's
the
on the
person.
line?
They gotta just put hands on you. You can't.
No, bro. You can fight a nigga, and if he hits you, that's assault, bro. And
I
you're
don't
gonna.
think you just walk up and fire on it, nigga. Like,
Well, see that. This
like
is the
how
thing.
Kanye put hands on like the photographer, like shit like that. Like, you
Well,
can't do
that
shit
what
like
you're
that.
talking about is criminal. We're speaking to civil lawsuits. Civil court and criminal court are 2 totally different things.
That's correct.
You know what I'm saying? So and that's why people do that type of shit. I'm not saying they go get jumped on for sure, but that's why every time you touch someone, a lawsuit is coming out because you can get sued for however it go.
I haven't seen a nigga run up and put hands on a nigga and they win a lawsuit.
But you're
it the other
suing.
way around.
You're suing.
If that situation happened, yeah, I'm suing.
Okay, so let me
If the
say.
situation with Chris Brown, I had nothing to do with it, and I'm just backstage, and a nigga yell out, "Yeah, nigga, what the fuck?"
So let's say you see Chris Brown and y'all just on the street and you ask for autograph. He's like, no. He perceives you to have attitude. Y'all get into a scuffle. Are you suing then because you fought with Chris Brown and you know there's a
I'm
bag?
protecting myself, yeah.
I'm not asking you all that. I'm not asking you why you're
But
fighting.
Why
I'm
would I
asking
fight
you.
with
At
him?
the,
Why would I fight with him if he's not
you
giving me
sue?
an autograph?
I'm suing.
Like,
I need the bag.
because you didn't get an autograph.
I'm just giving you an example of
And
something.
I
that
gave
could've
you an
happened.
example, and you're giving me another one because you didn't like my answer.
So you're not suing
I just said I was sued in the situation you just talked about.
that one. Okay, let's keep it to that context. So that
bro.
one, if that happened to you in that
Jesus
context, you suing?
Christ.
In the one that you explained?
Yes.
No. If we get into a fight, no, I'm not gonna sue him.
I'm talking about the
they
one he
jump
just
you, though.
explained.
They
The
jump
one-
you.
The one they jump in when he's
Oh.
just talking about a nigga yell out like, "Hey!"
But it was 5 of them.
It was 4 homies, and they
4
got
homies.
jumped by Chris Brown's entourage.
and they have nothing to do with the situation.
No,
Nigga
they-
just yells out, "Yo, it's them niggas."
No,
And
no,
they
no,
like,
no. They got into it with him before, right?
That's what it is, because he was like,
Yeah,
them
they
niggas.
had
Yeah,
priors.
Yeah.
that's what I'm
priors.
saying. They got into it with
I'm
him
not
some
gonna
kind
sue.
of way.
Like you
Okay.
did something, like
I thought of some random
nah. If
people.
you just random, nigga, like a nice
Yeah.
guy, and you just get
I
beat
thought
up
it
for
was
no
random.
reason, go ahead. But if you initiated or involved with
Some type of-
altercations with this cat, and then you go in his, to
Why-
me it seems
why
like
would
a
you do
setup.
that? Yeah, I don't
Like,
know
It
why
seems
you
like
go
a
there.
setup
It's
to
like
me.
taunting almost.
It might have been one of their own homies who said yelled that shit out in the back.
That's
I thought it was
bananas.
some random people. I didn't know it was the people he had.
Now
beef
they had
with.
priors. He said that's them niggas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they stupid for even going
like
or
that-
going not so deep. It should have been deeper.
I wouldn't have
Niggas knew what
gone
they was
if I
doing.
got
Wouldn't
beef with
gone
Chris
back
Brown.
there.
I'm not even going to his show.
Right, they getting 50 mil on some like crazy shit. Like damn,
The niggas might lose that lawsuit.
That's like 11 mil. People at 12.
They might not even win that lawsuit.
Nah, bro. Putting your hands on. They might not win the 50 mil, but
10 mil.
they're gonna get. It was 4 of them,
Oh, I thought you said.
so it's a little more. They're gonna definitely get a settlement of some sort. Like they may not get that 50. They're not
They
gonna go
gonna
to trial
settle
with
outside.
it. They're gonna get the 100K a piece.
damn.
Brown got it.
For sure, he got it. That show doing 80 mil. They say by the time it's over.
Hey, only 80 mil?
Only.
Seems like Chris Brown will make more than that on tour.
Man, listen. You know how hard it is to sell tickets right now in this economy.
Depends on who you are.
Exactly.
Tell that nigga, you better
That's
give me a
breezy.
celebrity boxing match, or I'm gonna sue your ass.
So you're with the celebrity boxing matches?
With if he beat me up and then for no reason, yeah.
Oh, so you're saying give me the one-on-one fade? And
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and like let's go ahead and put it on pay-per-view or something.
Okay.
Like if
and you want some of the back end?
Instead of like getting the money for no reason, you know what I mean? Like go ahead and promote that shit.
Okay. So I'm with that.
You know,
I'm with that.
Because obviously there was already some kind of backstory behind it. You know what I mean? Like there's some kind of history there.
For sure.
Like go ahead and stand on that.
For sure. Yeah, that was crazy. But I just feel like at this point in time in Chris Brown's career, bro, we shouldn't be having these type of situations pop off.
He didn't make the business decision like J. Cole.
This
is recently. This has happened at the show.
It's all about who
he's on tour right now.
But but look, as Chris Brown, you weren't even allowed at the All-Star game.
Because of what your name brings and what you come with. Yeah.
Why are you even... You already getting mad because he got mad about that shit. Like, look at what they doing to me because they holding on to some old shit. Then why are you gonna go and operate in this same
and
life?
Perpetuate that thought process about you or that thought that people have about you that you're a thug and you this and that, bro.
You're not grown.
You supposed to be chilling, bro. I don't want my name attached to nothing.
Super
you got you got 100 women that paid how much?
1,100 apiece.
1,100 apiece. You got 100 women lined up that paid 1,100 just to give you a hug.
And a few of them want to give you some pussy.
I'm not mad at nobody in the world. Yeah. Nigga, I'm winning in life. Nigga, it's 100 women that paid 1,100 to come give me a hug.
And if you want to give you some pussy.
Man, you can't get me off my square.
You got to keep your street cred up.
They knocked him out of the greatest square possible.
I feel you.
And you made it back from beating a superstar.
And
what we fighting for?
Now what if the sponsors on the show are like, yo, bro, here you go.
Right.
Here you go. Let me back a little bit.
That's what's going to happen if it does come out. I hope it doesn't, man. I really hope.
I think that right now they look at it since no video has come out because the video is always the most telling thing.
Right.
Whenever we hear anything and we read it, it's like, till you see that video, then it's like, my nigga, you did it.
Right.
Just like when Diddy, they were tripping on him. When that Cassie video came out, that sentenced him. We may have given a little, we don't know, but when we see the visual representation in front of us, bro.
Because niggas had the thorough court papers, and they were like, I don't know. But they saw that. Yeah. It was like, oh, yeah, for sure.
And everybody believe it.
Man, and then it's like, well, if you did that, everything else you did, nigga.
That's got to be true.
That's you. That's you. Do you believe he, because you know within the court documents now they saying he paid $1 million to get Pac killed.
Yeah.
In Tupac's transcript, there's 77 times of Diddy being mentioned to pay $1 million to get
Why
Pac
he just
killed.
now saying that though?
No,
he's not saying it's coming out. Yeah.
When they raided Keefy D.
I thought they said Keefy D was saying that. Is Keefy D saying or somebody else saying?
No, it's in the documentation supposedly.
Now that this shit is going on, everything's coming out. Like
this is the feds is on him. Like all these things that he's been investigated for, his name has been connected to, is being revealed.
Like,
you're saying
I
why
wouldn't put none of that past him.
But they're not.
He's basically saying that Puffy paid him to do it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know
what
if
it sounds like to me.
But so I don't know if that's true because the way that Keefy D tells the story is because he got jumped. It happened 2 hours later. But I think what they're saying is Puff did put a contract out for $1 million or whoever could bring him Pac.
Yeah, and they weren't able to.
Exactly.
Like
no one was able to execute.
They didn't execute the contract. They weren't able to get
Somebody else got it.
But I look at that like that dude.
It was still an open contract. It was still an open contract. Orlando just happened to
be that guy. In right place, right time.
So y'all say yes to Diddy? Oh man, and it's crazy.
Look at all the stuff that happened around him. Look at Shine.
And Shine has said from day one, I did not fire a gun at that. I didn't shoot the girl.
I want them to talk to J-Lo.
The whole time
I want them to talk to J-Lo.
I want them to talk to
J-Lo.
I told you that. Don't try to take credit for that.
No, everybody said that, bro.
Talking about the butler?
Farnsworth.
Farnsworth Bentley.
Oh,
relax, dog.
He knows it all.
He knows it all.
Said that, bro.
Yeah, Farnsworth knows it all.
He knows it all. He was his day one. No, I mean not his day one, but his
Puffy
right
paid
hand.
him. Puffy paid
handsomely.
Yeah, Puffy paid him off.
You see, he ain't said nothing.
Can't even come back over here.
Look what he did to Albie Shore's son.
I'll tell you what else Puffy
I think
did.
he got Albie Shore's son living with him.
But that's not.
He stole his wife.
They talking about his wife. What was his last?
Kim Porter.
Kim Porter, yeah.
Like all that shit. All these people showing up, Heavy D, showing up with these mysterious deaths.
And it's just been years and years.
Andre Harrell, right? Isn't it Harrell also? Yeah. Look, all these people just with the same shit.
And the thing is, though, it's been years and years and years of it, just a little here, a little here, a little here. and it's just culminated now.
Puffy a killer, huh?
Exposed all these niggas already.
Hey, for sure.
As soon as Cat said something, everything came out.
He was tapped in. But look, Chris Brown, man, like, and I'm a firm believer that Chris Brown is the greatest talent of our generation.
I agree.
Like,
I agree too.
Chris Brown is a bad dude.
Bad dude.
Dude, he's
No
a
pun
bad
intended.
dude. Like, that nigga dancing, singing, performance, like he's killing everybody. There's nobody that even can hold a candle to what he does right now. And this is later in his career.
I remember when they were doing all the Michael Jackson tributes, but he was still in hot water, so he couldn't do it.
Oh man, I wish he would have been.
He did it. I remember when he did it. The guy, I forget. I think it was Jermaine or one of the brothers. They said everybody's been doing these. This the one we've been waiting for. And Chris Brown walked it down.
Dude.
Walked it down. He cried. He cried when he did it at the end of it.
Ooh-wee.
He walked it down.
Have y'all ever seen the performance where Michael Jackson was dancing with Cher?
Oh, when he did the robot?
That was Cher
yes.
on Soul Train.
Y'all Soul Train.
That was Cher.
I've
When
seen
the
it.
nigga came in.
Oh man, that's the smoothest code. I was like, oh yeah, Mike was the man, dude. Like, nigga, he hit that shit.
The clip says the meme was like the time when Mike had to remind Cher not to play in his face.
Hey.
Because she did it first.
Yeah.
And then he popped
He
out
popped
behind
in
her
like,
and He popped out behind her and fuck
Till I got
yeah.
that
That nigga
shit.
came in gliding,
He just
nigga.
did that shit real quick. Like, let me show you why.
Y'all ready for that Michael Jackson movie?
Who playing?
His nephew, right?
I think his nephew
His
playing in
nephew.
it.
I seen the play. That shit was lovely.
They said the play
At the
was good. They
Pantages.
said the
It
play
was
was
nice.
good.
My uncle
It was
nice.
so bomb.
I got
seen it
the
too?
understudy though. But
I
it was
got the
still nice.
understudy.
It was still dope.
I got the dude who was the substitute
Yeah,
because the other dude was out.
Because they doing the shows every couple hours.
Like, so that day was his day, and he only had a few days. The other guy had the majority of the time. And I was skeptical because I'm a big Michael Jackson fan. I was like, to my wife, I'm like, and then he like started the first 5 minutes. I was like, oh no, we gotta go.
Oh, he wasn't
Like,
good.
nah, the nigga ended up killing it.
I liked
but it was just I
He
just
ended up killing
was
it.
so biased.
What you wanted, yeah.
But I want like
Expected.
expecting like I want Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? And I will never fuck with nobody. But that
They did
dude
all
came out there.
phases too. Young Mike all the way up.
They showed it in stages of like his thought process, and my kids loved it. Like we went with a grandma all the way down to the youngest kid. Everybody loved it.
Oh man, I didn't get to see that,
That was
man.
dope.
Everyone who I've known to see it sings his praises.
Dude, it was.
Yeah, I remember when he was talking about it, he's like, bro, if that was good with the understudy, I gotta see the one with the
Right.
real dude.
That's the same thing I said.
Yeah.
Same thing I said.
missed it, man.
I
Me
was
too.
so impressed. The Temptations was bomb too. If the Temptations ever come back out here, I'm gonna go again. But they shit was fire as well.
They did
Just
the
in-
Wiz after that.
The Wiz?
Yeah, they did the Wiz right after.
Damn it. I didn't catch that one.
They need to remake that motherfucker.
Thanks for coming through, dog.
Yeah, of course, man. This is
appreciate
my
it.
pleasure.
Got 100 people that tapped in already.
Hey, let's go.
Like, share,
Gang of
comment.
fucking
Let's
cups
go,
in this
guys.
motherfucker.
Let's
You see
go.
all these cups in this motherfucker.
Let's
Coffee
go,
with Rios.
man.
That's love.
I feel like this is a blessing for me, for y'all to let me be here, man. And just fellowship and just vibe. Like, it's real. Like, this right here reminds me of my life. You know what I mean? Like, it's in the garage
That's what it's supposed
is
to
where
be.
some of the most,
Rios. That's why we did this.
dude, it's some of the most best moments of my life have been in my uncle's garage, like even slap boxing, dominoes, just
Doing push-ups.
showing up on Thanksgiving. Where's such and such? Are they in the garage? Going like
the freezer.
This is home. You know what I mean? Like this
deep
environment
freezer.
is so comfortable. Like this is how a lot of us grew up.
Appreciate that. That was the kind.
I think it's a dope concept. Like,
on the
Right.
West Coast.
dude, yeah.
East Coast?
What is that like?
Niggas is not garages,
No.
not open. It's in the basement. Yeah, in the
Basement.
basement.
Like
Yeah.
Rap City, or I mean,
Rap City.
Oh, that's
Blue
yeah,
Ticket.
that's a
Yeah.
great, yeah.
When moms was upstairs cooking.
yeah.
You been thinking she was really busting it down? Or they had it?
That was
I don't know.
scattered the table with dominoes, cards.
Yeah, East
Hey,
Coast is cold.
it's
but
a
it
great
ain't garage
concept.
like that.
Like all y'all missing is a Crown Royal. Like that's it.
The purple.
Yeah, with the purple.
Hey, Lowski used to be right there.
Hey, real shit. This is fire, and I appreciate y'all, man.
What kind of shirt you got on, bro?
A dope ass wood.
This is something from Soul Folks. I don't know the name of it, but it's a Juneteenth shirt.
Soul Folks in Lamert Park.
Yeah, I don't know the name of it, but
hard.
just hit up Soul Folks, a black-owned clothing store in Lamert on Degnan. Got fire shit. Go support black-owned business.
I concur.
I will be grabbing that shirt, sir.
Hey, dude. And I think they got like 2 other colorways, like 2 different other colors, but they got a lot of good options in there.
Yeah,
That's lit. I like, and it's black owned, you said?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Are the pieces in there people like me that made a shirt and I take it to, oh, that's even better.
Yes.
So you're really,
I think it might be LA Raw.
that shirt in
I
particular?
think it might be,
Okay.
like they got a lot of LA Raw stuff in there,
Okay.
and it's all black-owned clothing companies. That Dr. Umar spoke.
Do you
there.
fuck with Dr. Umar?
I do.
Gifts.
I do fuck with Dr.
Gifts.
Umar.
Donations.
You don't?
Donations.
You said it like you don't.
A lot of the
Umar
shit he
Johnson.
says, bro, I'm like, nigga,
Is the school
I
open?
see no lies.
Is the school open?
See, why do you always have to
dropping-
say that when the school,
Because he's been saying this shit for years.
he need donations?
You need donations. Like the place is
Gifts.
there. The
Gifts,
place is
I
there.
know.
Like the last thing was the air conditioning units, and now I think it's like the flooring is.
See?
So he has to get
He
the.
needs help, bro.
Sound
need
like
help.
Dr. Scammer.
That nigga told one girl on the thing, he's like, hey, I thank you for your $10, sister. Next time, send more.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, like I'm not
don't
gonna
think
put
it's
nothing
a
past
scam.
him. He ain't said nothing negative. He's just speaking his mind.
A lot
and
of shit
feel.
he say, man, I'm like, bro, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
He just talking
Do
about
you
the
believe-
betterment.
Do you believe in his no snow bunny or no other race rule when it comes to black men and the women they seek
He go
or
hard
be
on that.
coupled with?
He go
I
hard
don't
on
think
that.
it's an issue for him to believe what he believes.
I'm
And
asking you, do
But
you?
I think us as a people, we need that thought process because we're
so you agree?
I agree. Like as we're in a position of not being privileged. You know what I mean? Like we're not in a position
I know where you're going.
to behave as other cultures behave and how we're not
where you're
ahead in
going.
the game to do that. We're in a place where we
But what
need
does
to
that have to do with
I'm about to-
only being with a black woman?
Listen.
because you're building finances, you're building family, you're building community. What do we not have? We don't have community. How can we go outside and build other people's communities? Like that's what we're lacking.
But so how do you? Okay,
Being
so
around
but
other cultures.
But look,
Hold
so
on.
let me ask you
Go
this.
ahead,
So
yeah.
you're saying, and I get what you're saying. You're saying we're building other communities, right? But what happens when a black man marries into another community, and because of that community's success, they're able to help that black man help build his community?
Sometimes that black man don't help his community.
That's him,
Sometimes
though.
he involves in the other community and
never
gets
comes back.
ingratiated into that culture.
And don't help out.
And
Don't come back to this real.
you on top of the hill looking down, but it's only like really right now at this time, us men and women in our culture are battling. We're battling for
Beefing.
position, like beefing about like what things are supposed to be, and we have like issues going on. Like we're in a sensitive, sad situation, and we need to. When you are in that kind of place, just even you as a man, you in the world, and you like are unsure. What do? You go sit down, reflect, and think about some shit. How am I gonna handle this? We haven't sat down and reflected as a community. Like, how the fuck we gonna get out of this? How we gonna build? And if you don't come together, like it's never gonna happen.
So you're saying that for the black family, the black community and culture to thrive, we need to be with our own. That's a step we need to take in one of the many steps in riding the ship.
I think we need to stop down talking our women, and our women need to stop down talking us.
Hold on. I agree with
So
that 1,000%.
from us not talking bad about each other, we would be more willingly to be with each other because other people, our perspective as a community would be clapping and championing behind that shit. Right now, we have people talk. She might bring home a brother and auntie be like, you know that nigga ain't shit. This and that. Why you doing this? Like, and we're not championing behind each other. We're not supporting ourselves, and it's more than just even relationship. We're not supporting each other. We're not doing anything to build or uplift each other. Dr. Umar, everybody talking bad about him. He ain't said nothing bad. Fucking Lefty Gunplay go to every black platform and call people blacks, and then say he don't want to be with
Because he had a daughter.
he don't want his daughter to be with a black girl, and we so understanding of that.
And that's what I was speaking to earlier of like, when I was in the pen, bro, the Southsiders, like, they'd have us on the wall, the girls, they listening to Plies. I'm like, bro, how you fuck with our culture so tough, but you don't
But
like
they hate
me?
But they hate us.
Do you see any, like, so, okay, this is how powerful the culture is. Everybody wants to emulate what we are, right? They don't want to deal with the lows of what comes with being us. Because guess what? They get all the perks and none of the negatives that come with being us.
I agree.
They get to put on a mask and be us in the street and be us in the club and take our coolness, but then go home and take that shit off and then be who they're accepted by their family as. And that's all around the board. They take everything. But where do other people steal other people's cultures?
Say culture jacking, huh?
Where else? Name me a culture. Where is somebody in Beverly Hills acting like an essay that's rich? Where's somebody or anywhere that's saying, "What's up, fool? What's up, essay?" Nobody, right? Because they're not trying to emulate that.
Yeah.
Anything a nigga does is automatically
the coolest
thing in the world.
They gonna take that. Ain't nobody saying.
And I'm not blaming anybody because I know we fucking cool.
Hairstyle, clothing,
everything,
lingo.
And so I'm not even really getting mad at people because we grew up with it. It's just us. Imagine like not growing up with it and seeing like, damn, look at these motherfuckers. Look how they operate. Look how they walk. Look how they. And that's just what we grew up with, just the norm. And they attach themselves. You know what I mean? Like it's just I don't mind people. I don't blame them for trying to emulate greatness.
Even the Asians cool now.
I don't see
They
what
took our whole culture.
The hype is about Lefty Gunplay. Like I don't think he can rap. So I'm like, what's the fascination?
I think it's the character.
Blueface can't rap.
Yeah, it's the character.
Blueface can't rap, but Blueface at least
Well, he can a little bit.
I can say I know people who fuck with that nigga music. Like it may not be for me.
No, they
So you
fuck
don't
with
fuck
Lefty.
with- you don't fuck with Lefty?
He got a huge following.
But
Or
I mean, I guess me saying he can't rap is subjective to me.
Yeah, it's not
But
your
I don't
style.
see how. Dre, you're
It's
right.
not your style.
Yeah.
It's
It's
not
his
your
character.
style.
But I believe what you're saying is the crux of it. It's the character that he plays. Like that's the majority. Like the music.
He got a great personality.
It's his personality, but it's also everybody loves animation. Everybody loves the animated
He's very
character,
animated.
and you're willing to go over the line, and then because you're animated, and nobody has really high expectations for
They
you.
don't hold you to.
They don't hold you to the same standard because you're just a character. You're animated, and I don't want to call him a jester.
That's where I was going. I'm like,
But-
it's a character that's not considered to be at an intelligent level. So when the bullshit happens, it's like we see. Yeah, exactly.
But the cold part about the jester is everybody looked at him like a clown. But guess what he did? He garnered favor of the king. He spent more time in the royal presence than anybody else. So he learned the game in the royal presence, in front of the king, in front of the queen, and would actually have the ear of the king. So what they do, they infiltrate, play the game. Oh shit, this is how it works. This is how it operates. This is it. All the while you being looked at like a clown.
He know what he doing.
But you was the smart one.
Yeah,
So
he's smart as fuck.
believe. So what you're saying to me is Lefty Gun. I'm not gonna say Lefty
Whittling
Gun,
his way
but
to the
people
top.
who we're speaking of, they know like this is how they perceive me. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, I'm gonna run up this bag, and when it's all said and done, my family will be comfortable when this is over.
I think it's even more than family. I think I'm getting my people in. I'm getting our people through the door. I'm getting my culture into something that we haven't been able to appropriate yet.
Because he's tapped in.
So he infiltrating.
Because
That's the one thing that we got that they
they
haven't
be
been,
talking that shit, man.
that they haven't like infiltrated or gotten their hands involved in. They got everything else.
Because when you say that, bro, like he's all over all of our platforms. Anything I watch, community, this, fig, that he's there.
Yeah, his name is out
Rubbing
there.
That's
elbows,
crazy,
chopping it
bro.
up. Like the jester don't get enough credit. Like yeah, we look at him like he's funny, but we don't be realizing that behind the scenes that nigga be working to shadows.
When it
I
comes
didn't think it was funny.
when it comes to life, you see the game inside the game.
Right.
When it comes to sports, though, you still they got the veil over your eyes.
And look, it's shout out to him. He's
No,
doing-
hey, listen,
like
that
what he
nigga
doing.
getting money.
Yeah,
And
he
I-
getting his bread.
Do your Dougie, baby.
I watched the Thizzler thing and his freestyle. If that had been anybody else's freestyle, I'd have been like, this is garbage.
It was garbage.
But because it's him, it's like this nigga just being him. Like he's so
People got on him about it though. Yaz posted a thing. Shout out Yaz. I fuck with you the long way.
Yes.
Yaz posted a clip where he was defending it. Like, tell him, he said, like, I think he said he did a freestyle.
They didn't post the right one.
They deleted it, or he couldn't use it because he was dissing his enemies.
Oh,
and
shit.
in his little caption or whatever.
Yeah.
No, but he said, why y'all let them diss me, but I couldn't do the one dissing them. So I don't know who did too,
so
but
they let them come to the cipher and diss.
and diss him.
Y'all not letting me get my get back?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah. So
I don't know how true that is, but that's cold if they did that.
What you think about Kamala Harris?
I think Kamala Harris is going to be Kamala Harris. Like, what do I think about her as in what? Like,
As running for president.
You think she gonna win?
She got 81
How you feel about her?
one day when they posted her shit.
she got 81 million, but they was holding on to a bunch of money because they wasn't ready, didn't want to give it to Biden. They was waiting for somebody else to come up and drop it.
Time out. So what you're telling
I
me,
didn't know that.
because the way it was presented to me is Kamala Harris announces her presidency and they hit the ground for donations and they secured 81 million. So what you're telling me now is, in theory or in essence, the Democratic Party already had 40 tucked for Biden and she may have raised 41.
Well, like Nancy Pelosi then was holding on to it.
Okay.
After
They
that
wanna give
debate,
everything?
like they was like trying to figure, like there was money reserved like for it, and they were not. Like, look, you can't be looking at a dude with Parkinson's and know that he's about to run for. They know he wasn't gonna be able to make it. Like they knew. They kept Kamala away from him, so that she didn't outshine that nigga so bad. Because if
Never saw her
if you see,
in at all.
if you see your vice president next to you, I think they did I really think they did a play, but I saw it. Like they waited to the last minute to drop her, like after, so that they be caught off guard.
It's crazy you put that together for me because
That's real
I've been
shit, though.
seeing a lot of things where it's like, we ain't seen her this much in years. But now that you put that together for me, they don't want her to outshine and like, hey, how the vice president more hip than this nigga?
Make him look
too.
even worse.
Okay,
You
damn.
know what I
She
mean?
look real good out there.
Okay.
She
Like
thriving
now,
on her.
it's the time. Okay, let's roll it out.
It's all about timing.
It's all about time, and it couldn't have been better because of the assassination attempt.
I think that bolstered Trump's
It did.
candidacy.
It did.
He has it in the bag.
They
now.
playing-
Like,
no.
She's gonna put up a good fight, maybe, but he got it.
Listen to me
Like
and
no,
listen
it's
to
a
me
lot
well.
of people that it's a lot of people that support him, but it's a lot of people that hate him too.
Listen to me.
I know.
Kamala.
You heard what he said today?
That don't mean they like her.
He said if whoever police if they commit
Tell 'em.
crimes.
He didn't say that today. He
No,
been said
Ben
that.
said
He
that.
said it again though. He
Oh,
said
yeah.
police
Yeah,
that
he been
commit
said
crimes, they ain't no jail time for them.
They have immunity.
He
They
said
have
that.
immunity.
So shout out Sonya
That's
Macy.
bullshit.
Is that her name correctly? Sonya Macy. Who
Whoever
was shot
believes
in
in
her?
that is
Who was
crazy.
shot in her? Who was shot? All right, it's disturbing.
Oh, Sonya Macy. Yeah.
who
I
was
wanted to
shot.
open the show with an RIP for her, man. Yeah.
For the people that don't know.
You want to do the what?
I wanted to open the show, remember, with an RIP for her because
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, she was shot in her home in Illinois. She called the police. I believe there was a disturbance outside, and the police came in.
She thought she had an intruder in her home.
No, outside.
Oh yeah, she thought somebody was outside,
Outside, yeah.
walking around her
Yeah,
premises.
that's what I
There was
said.
they had no
Facts.
reason to be in her house.
Yeah, yeah. So I was gonna say I don't know why they actually came in, but they came in. They told her to cut off some water. Then she said, "Something happened. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." You know the story a little better.
No, you got it.
Okay,
You're
I
saying it
rebuke you
just
in the
right.
name of Jesus. Oh no, you won't. I'll shoot you in your fucking
head.
face, or shoot you in your face.
Fucking
Okay,
face,
no, you
you're
know.
right.
I'm sorry. And when she says that and drops the pot, I don't believe she was throwing the pot.
She was not throwing
Never
nothing.
throwing.
Hell no,
She was definitely shot in the face 3 times. And then I don't think his body camera was even on because it was from what I saw was from the other deputy.
When they went outside.
When they asked her, should we
actually,
help
the
her?
whole
And he's
shooting.
like, nah. Let
And
her.
then basically let her. She's done.
Die.
And then fucking bitch, she said or some shit like that. So it's just crazy. And I
I shot
believe he had
her
been
ass.
fired from other
4 other
okay,
departments.
4 other departments. So it's just like
And the
4
reason
other
why
ones?
4 other departments, and the reason why he has the job he has now is because his girlfriend's mom is a captain of police somewhere, and her homeboy is the chief of police where the nigga work. So
about right.
it
He
was
plugged in.
he got fired 4 times. He can't get a job. Can you please do me this favor and give him
Yeah.
a job, bro? They need to give
Sounds
that
about
family all the fucking money because this nigga was proven to be a
fired him,
menace,
motherfucker.
and y'all kept putting
They
this
need to be
nigga in a
fired.
badge. Come on, man.
He is fired. They're
They
trying
fired
to
him.
murder.
they need to fire the people.
That-
all-
yeah, everybody involved. Everybody involved.
Everybody that plugged him in there. They knew he was a menace.
The cold part is they told her, go turn the pot off before you burn this house down.
Right.
And she goes to get the pot and turn it down. And she's like, what y'all backing away for? They said, because you got that boiling hot water. She said, we know our people.
I'm about to say,
we know our
the
people.
Culture dynamic is what took that. Because all she was saying.
She was being disrespectful to him.
And she was not at all.
She said, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Like, you trying to put something evil on me.
Like the house going to burn down. We're not doing that. I rebuke that.
Bad juju.
Bad juju. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
And this nigga went
And he said, you better not. Like, you better not.
Rebuke me in the name of Jesus or I shoot you in your fucking face.
Head. And they're saying there's some backstory behind it too that's coming out with this girl. It's something that was involved with her, and they had to take her out.
He also said, haven't we got a call before? Hasn't she been 1090 something? And that's like a mental
crazy call.
Yeah.
Like, nah, my nigga. Nah, I don't think, Don't try to, bruh.
And I don't care what you had a call about before.
Right.
Today, she's sane, she's chilling. You tried to put a bad spirit on her home, and black people was like, we not fucking with all that. We believe in the power of the tongue. We not doing all that speaking bad on my house. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. And he flipped out. He didn't know what that meant.
Saying, I'm sorry. Basically raising her hands.
But he shot her so quick. He shot her so quick.
What do you fear?
And so many times.
Boiling water, you fear that shit's
Well,
crazy,
no.
Bro.
I can understand how a cop is fearing a hand up here with a pot in it with boiling water in it that's about to come down like this.
You got a taser though, right? As well.
For sure. So you're right. He shouldn't. He shouldn't have to use that lethal. But the thing about but this is like she was not a threat in any way, bro.
No way.
As soon as you got the tripping, she got like, hold up, my bad, I'm sorry.
She was sitting on the couch, fine. Y'all told her to go find her ID and go do all this shit. She was like, I don't have my paperwork. They're like, well, go get your. Is that it over there? Why are you in her house?
And initially they say the cops were walking away. And then they saw the car and the driver, like, oh, someone is here. Let's stay and knock some more. And then she came. Because she came with the robe on, so she wasn't even clothed. So they were about to walk away, bro. And whatever, I think they said the car was there or something, like somebody's here, let's still check around. And then she came to the door and opened the door.
There's no respect for us. Like no human respect. Like, just the human, like, it's almost like they look at us like animals. Like, and they have but they actually no, because they respect dogs more than they do us. They would never shoot a dog.
Never.
And you can't tell me that's not a byproduct of that man thinking America could give a fuck about black people. I can do this and I'm going to get off. There will be no repercussion from this.
Right.
I am above the law because I am a white man in America. I feel like that was the majority of him. Like, bro, he was. When you know you could whoop a nigga, you're talking like this.
Yeah, right.
Because anything you say, I'm on your shit.
Right.
So would you still vote for Donald Trump?
I'm voting for Kamala. I'm voting for Kamala strictly because, bro, I'm not voting for anyone who is going to give the police who are hunting my people immunity. So that alone, I'm not fucking with Trump.
That's why I said
that's crazy.
Donald Trump would be so much more effective if he shut the fuck up.
And then let niggas know what he was on.
If he just shut the fuck up, because guess what? Before this, almost all of us were like, hey, Trump in there, man. Like, he's saying some cool shit.
He was cool last time.
Yeah, once I heard that shit,
but then immediately, like, that's something that we can all stand on, like, immunity.
Especially
like,
black.
I get it, like, that you want to be like police or whatever, but like immunity.
And he has immunity.
And that's against the Code of Geneva.
And I
like, so you could do mass murders and get off. You can't even do that in the world.
NATO, every person of color should feel offended by that. Because today it's black and brown. Tomorrow it could be Asian.
Right.
Tomorrow it could be Japanese. Once we get these niggas up out the way, we don't want you niggas here either.
No.
So
but people don't see that.
Anybody of color should take that. I believe if Kamala Harris, and if you listen and hear me well, she needs to get Hillary Clinton as her running mate.
No.
You don't think so? You don't think that would drive the vote in her favor?
Nah.
You think a man? I think, she got to get a girl, bro.
No, because they hate her so bad.
If she gets another woman like Hillary Clinton, bro, she's going to get every vote from women.
She'd be better off getting Michelle Obama.
Yeah, Michelle Obama do it.
I think what people are going to push.
Now you're cooking. Now you're cooking.
You're not cooking.
Does Obama want that job though?
You're not cooking because people are going to push back on Michelle Obama and say this. What the fuck do you know about running anything? Your husband was the president. The most you know is when he came home and told you what happened in the room.
She gonna get the Barack vote.
Bro, she's not equipped to run anything. She ain't been no senator. She ain't been no lawyer. She ain't been no congressman.
Yeah, she was a lawyer.
Okay, what do you know
graduated top-
about what do you know about running a country? You've been a lawyer about law. What do you know about running a country?
What do you know about running the country? And you was in a failed real estate business.
Who you talking about, Kamala?
Donald Trump.
Well, now that I get you. That's a valid point. That's a valid point.
He wasn't ever but at least I was married to the president, and I see how it operates in this and that. You didn't have no political. You wasn't no community organizer. You didn't put together any campaigns. You didn't do anything with politics. You actually were against the shit.
The Apprentice.
I just think too many people are going to push on the fact that she has no type of background in it. I believe if either you get Hillary or you get a man from the Bible Belt.
But the thing about he beat Hillary.
No, Hillary won the people's vote.
But he still won.
But Hillary won the people's vote. If it was based upon who won the majority of the us vote, Hillary would be the president. They had to enact I forget what they call it, but they had to enact that, bring that shit into play. The people chose Hillary.
The numbers. She had the numbers because some states have more people, right?
Okay.
So it doesn't garner as much points.
Electoral votes.
So say California gets this many points, this and that. Like more states, more points went for him. Like but you can't go off of California for niggas in Massachusetts because you may think a totally different way. So she won her states how she did, but as soon as that nigga starts calling her Hillary again, he's too smart and manipulative. Now, if he attacks Michelle Obama, that would be the worst thing he could do. Because now you're attacking a woman. You're attacking.
You could attack much about her though. She ain't done shit.
She ain't did, but
he'll try.
But he'll try. Ugly man. You look like a man. She's this and that.
Well, I mean, if you're attacking the physical features, to me, you ain't got nothing to really attack. Like you need to attack policy.
But that's what he does.
It's going to give him the opportunity to fuck up. 2 black women. Like, and he's not going to be able to handle that or put his pride away. Like, if Trump just be quiet and just run on what he run on, he will win.
But we can agree that a woman candidate would be her best option as a running mate?
I don't know if a woman candidate would be the best. I know Gavin Newsom won't be.
I don't like that nigga.
Yeah, I don't think Gavin Newsom going to be.
Like, it's very few people who could fit in there. Like, I think she has to go out. Like, I really thought that the Democrats need to go outside the box and just go after The Rock Johnson. Let The Rock run. Okay, I bet you he'll beat Trump. Just because now it's not about politics. It's a popularity thing. Who's more popular than him? I'm telling you, like it's turned into a game now. Right. And it's not even about politics.
You're another celebrity.
When a nigga could say, when the ex-president can say, Christians, y'all need to come out and vote for me just this last time. I'm not a Christian, but this will be the last time you ever have to vote because I'm going to fix it.
Oh, that right there. So him saying that police immunity will be for killing people or whatever they want to do, and him saying he's about to make democracy go away and make this a dictatorship. He wants to make it so that there's no more presidential election. He's president forever. And then when he dies, it's who he appoints to be the president.
And then police immunity, presidential immunity.
Can I ask you, though, because my dad keeps telling me that. I'm like, my nigga, there is some type of policy where if Trump starts to tripping that hard, we have something in place to combat that. He has to get 2 separate or 3 separate branches of government have to sign off to make something go.
His people would have to be against him. Like the Republican Party would have to turn all the way against him.
So you're telling me right now that if Trump is president tomorrow, he can make it to where we no longer vote for presidents and it's a straight, I choose who's going to be my successor?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. He can't just come and say
that. But look, we say that he can't say that, right? But he can. Because
he can't say that.
No. But look, somebody else just said that we want to give the president immunity. That's huge. That's like so big, and nobody's even tripping off it. That this nigga can go out and commit mass murder in war and never be tried against it. That's against the whole world. The whole world is saying no. That you can't. You're going to be tried for this conduct. America. This is the second thing. America says that no, our president's going to be like this. That's called being a king.
That's what I'm saying. It's a dictatorship.
He's like a king. And then the Olympics said no, transgenders can't run with or compete against women. Like a man can't compete against women. But here in America, we're like, yeah, they can. We're disagreeing with the world. And that is huge.
Did you hear that he also wants to remove us from NATO and join forces with China and Russia? He playing a dangerous game, man.
Do you not remember when North Korea, the dude was writing him letters?
I do.
I remember.
Like, this is like real, like, wait, what? This like TV shit. Like, he's writing them letters.
Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un writing them personal letters, and he was just talking so greatly about them. Like,
Trump is aligning himself with all the niggas who running they shit with an iron fist. Everybody who's his dog, there's no democracy in that country. They run they shit. Everything goes through them. I don't think he'll be able to make America like that. I don't know because I'm not that well versed in all of that, man. I really be believing like, yo, whoever's president tomorrow, I still got to get up and go to work. Yeah. So that's what I'm focused on.
But it's going to crumble. See what COVID did. Everything escalates, right? Like that was that situation. The next situation is going to be worse. The next situation is going to be worse. It's about the crumble and the fall to where we have to beg for government. You know what I mean? Like beg for their existence. Like we already don't even have the right to guns. And the amendment is for us to bear arms against the government. It's not even for us to bear arms to protect ourselves from each other. It's to protect ourselves from a
tyrant government.
A tyrant government. And we don't even have that right no more. You can't even go walk around with a gun. You can't hold a gun. You got to have a permit. You got to do this. And it should be.
But do you feel that in the landscape we now live in, that's the best way to do it, to where you have to get permits and shit to carry? Or would you rather it be what the amendment says, everybody strapped on the hip and it's a showdown at noon?
It definitely should be a permit.
I think it should be a permit. Not a permit, like a permit. I think you should have a certain level of IQ. Like you can't be a slow person. Like I don't think we should have anybody out here that is mentally ill.
Like Texas, the open carry states, are you cool with that?
Yeah.
Florida?
Yeah.
I do believe that when you're in a state like that, right? Like I remember when I went to Arizona the first time and I'm hooping in the gym and I see a strap in every nigga's duffel bag. And I'm like, where the fuck am I at?
No shit.
Yeah, and my boy like, oh yeah, they carry like that out here. And I do believe that.
Call foul if you want to.
No, not even call foul if you want to. But I do believe that brings a certain level of respect. Like once you know everybody's strapped along with you, now you know, nigga, my life can end today if I decide to really trip on some shit.
Motherfuckers ain't tripping no more.
Yeah, like a nigga, the same way I'm strapped, everybody else in the space got the same strap.
You gotta think about what you do.
Exactly, because when I'm strapped and y'all ain't, I'm the nigga. Say something if you want to. Now, when everybody here, I gotta, let's be respectful. Like we don't have no guns.
But shit still goes down.
For sure, but not on a level that it would.
Of predator versus prey. Like the predator versus prey energy is a little different because you don't know if this person is prey. So you can't just try to, oh, this is an old ass man. Let me rob this fool. That fool pull out a revolver on your ass.
Some shit that's
everybody
see. Yeah.
A musket.
Some shit. You know what I mean? Like, and it to me, it evens the playing field.
It make you respect some shit.
Right.
With predator versus prey. You know what I mean? Like you got a second guess running up on a woman, running up on this family or whatever because
niggas are strapped. The wife got a gun and the husband got a gun. I got to worry about two of them.
And what is that stance rule? Like the shit that they did in the protect yourself.
Stand your ground.
Stand your ground. Like a lot of that shit out here would be different. But I think out here we a little bit off the rocker more than other people. You know what I mean? It's going to take a while for it to die down. It's going to escalate and then it's going to die down. Because we going to act a fool.
Man, what?
We going to act a fool.
Is Chicago open carry?
No.
Hell no.
It's just nasty.
It's wild out. I'm about to say, it's wild right now without open carry. You think they finna open that shit up?
It look like niggas
too immature out here. Everybody's too immature.
Bro, I was in Atlanta, bro, and I'm at the gas station, bro, and niggas is opening their doors, and all I see is long shit like this. I'm like, on they seat. I'm like, what? Let me get my gas and get the fuck from around here. Because they not playing.
No.
Ain't no running up on nothing over here.
They know what's going on.
But they're allowed to ride around like that. They say in Texas, niggas walk around. Have you?
Atlanta, yeah.
Speaking of Texas, have you ever heard of a sundown town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know that they still exist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A sundown town in 2024?
Right.
Yeah.
You can't come on.
Come on, bro. I didn't know what it was, and I was watching
There's sundown towns out here.
In California?
Right now.
Where?
Go walk in the
Santee.
Jewish community at 9 o'clock, just freely black. At 9
tell
o'clock at night. Just go walk around the neighborhood for an hour.
Santee, San Diego.
No.
Police gonna pull up on you.
No, that's different. A sundown town is when I think of that, that's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking they
Santee,
coming.
San Diego.
That's not a sundown town. Where?
How are you gonna tell me?
Wow, tell me about it.
They still got the KKK out there active.
Tell me, you been there? I mean, not been there. Obviously,
I used to go to school in San Diego,
So
and they always used to tell me, nigga, don't be in Santee at night, nigga.
Past 7 o'clock.
Damn, like that.
Yeah, they still active.
Signal
fuck
Hill
with
used to be
Santee.
that. In
Don't
Long
fuck
Beach.
with Santee.
Signal Hill used to be that.
Damn, in Long Beach.
That's what.
They used to hang cats and throw them over the
bridge?
The lead, not the bridge, the cliffs over there.
Yeah. So when I first get hip to it, I'm watching the little TikTok shit, and the dude says that he pulls into he's a truck driver. He pulls in to drop a shipment off. He said it's dusk is settling. He said he pull in, the guy who he checks in with sees his face and pulls an alarm. He said every worker in the fucking facility came to unload his truck, and the man told him, listen, brother, get the fuck from around here. Do not stop he said, stop 4 towns away. Do not stop nowhere around here. We finna unload this shit. Drive and don't stop for nobody. I don't give a fuck if a police get behind you. Right. You keep this
going
motherfucker
till you
truck
stop in the next county. Nigga.
Exactly. That's what he told him. And the dude said, I drove till I ran out of gas. That's how far I drove.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I drove with my gun on my lap.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's when I first heard Sundown Town, and I go digging, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
And it just blew my mind that those things are still alive today.
Yeah.
And the
So
sun
what-
out here.
I can understand, like,
That's
okay,
south.
don't go to Santee. It ain't safe for you. But to have a town where they fucking unloaded the truck because your life is in that much danger, if a nigga catch you around here when the sun is down, they'll kill you and hide you in this bayou. That's crazy to me, bro.
Like, when I went to the Junior Olympics in the 6th grade, it was in Louisiana. We was in New Orleans. And we was at the Waffle House. And me and my boy, Woo, Jeremy, we told my dad and his dad, like, we just gonna walk back to the hotel across the bridge. And it was like a bayou or whatever that water shit is. And we walking back. And we are 11 years old. We're like babies. As we barely get away from the Waffle House, and niggas in the pickup truck start chasing us.
Oh, shoot.
And we jump off the bridge and run through the bayou with the alligators. Because that was like the scariest thing. Like, our nightmare had happened because they had told us about it. Like, this is what happens to and they was on our ass, and we took the bayou to the hotel. At 11.
That's
11 years old, and we had our track warm-ups
like
on.
we're kids. We're here to
kids.
run. Yeah.
And they chased us, and they was in the mud. Like, I was like, oh man, we like.
How many of them was it?
It was like, I don't know how many were in the truck, but it was 2 outside the truck standing up on in the back of the truck.
Did you tell your parents?
Yeah.
And what was their response?
Like,
Because
tried to
me-
call the police and
Okay,
do
'cause
like all this kind of stuff, but it's like,
Police.
what you gonna do?
And did you let the other parents know, like, this was going on around here?
Yeah.
On the team?
Yeah, like all the other teams and stuff.
Do you believe that had it been you 2 young men and both your dads, they would have did that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
What you mean?
Like, had they been walking with their dads, would they have ridden down on them like, hey, and tried to chase them through? Yeah?
Yeah.
And let me ask you a question. Do you believe the dads would have turned to meet the challenge, or you guys would have all scattered
They would
through
have
the
met the
bush?
challenge, and we would have probably just kept
Ran
running.
on? Okay, because that's what I would have did. Like,
You
nigga,
know-
y'all keep it, and we gonna see what these niggas
And-
on.
I think they'd have died. You know what I mean? Like
Because it ain't gonna be no fighting.
They wasn't
if
ready
it's a
for
fist
that.
fight, we own you niggas. But they got straps and
They had pistols, man. Pistols and knives.
Because they not chasing us down with no hands. Because
No.
we nigga was handing. Wow. Yeah.
and it was just like a
And what year is this?
This is, so when I was 11,
The 90s.
the 81, so 92.
Oh, yeah, it was live right then.
92.
I just came back from Lafayette, Louisiana, and I was skeptical, but we didn't really see no shit.
Yeah.
But
It's shit that goes down, but like, just like what I said in the Jewish community up there in like before Beverly Hills, whatever that town is over there, that city, like the fact that a black man just can't freely walk at 9 o'clock at night, that's crazy.
Yeah.
This is LA. This is a metropolitan city. But if I walk over here, it's a problem. I brought it up to my wife. It was a white dude walking down the streets. It was like on, I can't think of the name of these streets. But it was a street going in off of Wilshire, like going into those big neighborhoods. And it was a white dude with his shirt off and a racket. And he was just like swinging a racket, walking down the street. Crazy. And my wife was laughing like, damn, look at this fool. I was like, it's funny when the white dude's doing it, huh? I was like, if that had been a nigga with his shirt off and a racket in this neighborhood swinging it viciously like that, guess how the police will roll up on him?
Tripping.
And you're not lying because I was in Hollywood somewhere the other day and I pull up into like a little smoke shop. I double park, jump out, and there's a black dude out there with no shirt on, pants half off his ass, obviously off drugs or whatever. And my nigga, they had like 7 cars out there. I'm like, bro, what y'all need all this for? This one man that's clearly inebriated.
One person.
2 cars the most, bro. Like y'all don't need 7 niggas out here. Like, are y'all that bored that y'all ain't got nothing to do than pull up and see what's up? Like, so yeah, that was crazy. Not crazy, but not crazy.
The energy that
they have for
one. But that should also put you in the sense of like, they recognize my power. They recognize
they got to pull up that
my
deep.
strength. Like they are subconsciously telling us how amazing we are, but we ain't consciously reading it.
That's crazy.
We not consciously like said like, damn, nigga, like okay, for me, all right, for sure. I knew I believed what was true. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For y'all to have 14 people with weapons,
multiple weapons, 30 guns out here, and I'm clearly.
And that's why we got it. That goes back to the Dr. Umar shit. Like we have to come together as a people. I don't care. Like if you date a white woman, that's fine. But as a people, we need some healing. Like we need to come together. We don't need a leader. Nobody else got no fucking leader.
They just have a sense of community.
A sense of community. Yeah. We just need to come together.
Real talk, bro. I look at like even sports, right? Like even NBA, NFL, those we'll use those two. If all of the black people decided we're not fucking with you owners, we're gonna go start our own thing over here, we're the talent. No one's about to watch a bunch of white men play football. They're not making those spectacular catches. They're not running through 3 niggas. And if one of them is, it's that special one. McCaffrey. The rest of y'all is a McCaffrey. The rest of y'all is average.
Guess what?
There are no white corners.
The McCaffreys is coming. Right now. The McCaffreys is coming. And they training them right now. There is no sports academy, no sports facilities in South Central, anywhere within 50-mile radius where you could train and do stuff besides Rancho off of La Brea.
In the jungles?
In the jungles. Besides that, like, what do we really have? I could take my son to a training out in Orange County. The best facility, best everything, best trainer, black trainer, ex-football player, knows everything. And guess how many white kids is out there?
All of them?
All of them.
Yeah, they out there getting their work.
Getting it in. And guess what? They ain't saying shit. They ain't saying a goddamn thing. They like, yep, I'm going to do just like Christian McCaffrey, put them ankle weights on my legs and walk to school in them. Because I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks. They coming. Hard work outworks, beats talent when talent ain't working. But they're not even giving us the opportunity to work. Russell Westbrook helped UCLA build a gym.
DeMar got to come to Compton and bless something.
Dude, they got all those warehouses off of Long Beach Boulevard, all those abandoned like little, like you can't buy one of these up.
And my thing is, those things are tax write-offs, right? So you can buy that shit for 10 mil instead of giving it to the fucking government. You can put a fucking facility in Compton and let these niggas play, the children play, instead of giving that 10 mil to fucking Donald Trump's campaign, no streets getting fixed, no nothing. I definitely believe in that. If I was rich, if I can give this 10 mil over here to help the kids and I can write it off as taxes and before I give it to them, I'm always for it.
We got some youth trainers that's in the city, though.
But that we do, and good ones. But they don't have any facilities. Like, they don't have any, like, you go out here, you go out there, you go to an AAU tournament, they got a warehouse that has 30 basketball courts. Full court.
They charge about $30 getting that motherfucker.
We did the math on it one day, and we was like, these motherfuckers made $750,000 this weekend.
They make a lot of money.
Because they charge for parking. You got to pay for your ticket as a parent. You got to pay for your kid to play.
Damn. You got to pay to get in there.
You got to pay to get in. It was $750,000
for the facility.
For that facility made.
That's
that
one
weekend.
Yeah, that's one weekend.
You mean to tell me that this ain't a good investment?
And
we're not doing it out here?
Even if you only rock out for the summer, every weekend in the summer, you covering costs all year round.
All year round.
They doing it all year.
Well, yeah, sports is all year round. Yeah.
And they're not even good. Some of those AAU teams, sorry as hell.
Well, they just
back in the day when you was on a traveling basketball team,
it meant something.
You had to be the shit.
Yeah, it meant something. I agree with you.
I go out there looking at this nigga like, why is this nigga playing?
Well, now isn't it more like you pay to play?
But anybody can have a travel team. If you got some money, you can start a travel team, get some kids on it.
You give your kid a false sense of talent.
And you playing.
Yeah, see, that type of shit I'm not with, bro. I got a homie right now who his son, they play football, and he's buying all this equipment, doing all this shit. And I'm like, bro, I can see and you can see he ain't that. Like, why are you wasting your time and giving him a false sense of hope? I'm not even saying he's not athletically inclined, but we can see football ain't for him.
It ain't his sport. It
ain't his sport.
You trying to make him into something.
Because that's what you want to be. You want to live through him.
But does that kid want it?
No, you can see he likes.
Son gonna get hurt.
He likes. Come on, bro. Your son gonna get hurt, and then he's gonna develop a disdain. Like, bro, this nigga know I don't like this shit, and he making me come to this shit every day.
He gonna not like you.
Yeah.
You gonna build a wedge in between your relationships because you got to.
You got me out here getting rocked every practice, and I do not want none of this.
I had to learn the hard way. Like, you can't wear both those hats. You can't wear the dad hat and the coach hat. You got to take that thing off when you leave the field. You can't be at home talking about, hey, you know, this play, do this and this, that. Because your child ain't getting no escape. You're going to make them not like the sport. Let them have the sport how the other kids have it. And you could work on training and doing push-ups. Like, hey, let's work out together. Ain't no sport specific. Let's just get strong. Let's get fast. And it'll play out whatever sport you're in. But you wear that coach hat at the field and you wearing it at home, you can't have the coach hat on more than you got the dad hat on.
It's funny you say that because I went to my homie coach at Laces, and he's
Dude,
coaching.
I want to get my daughter into that
He's
school.
coaching the team,
Laces.
right?
Here to go to Connection.
No, his homie's coach. My homie's coaching, and every time he's calling a play or something, one of his players is looking to his dad the whole time.
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
like, bro, I don't have no control over this nigga. If every time he gets fouled or he gets fouled or something, and he don't agree with
right
the
over
ref,
there.
he look right at the fucking his dad, like, dad, like, and it's
dad
like,
always got something to
damn,
say.
no, or it's just like he's just saying, like, bro, let him coach, leave that dad hat and all that shit, leave that shit behind, let the coach.
So
You know what I'm saying?
So
That's like your son. He's not even listening to the coach.
So my
Laces,
coach.
It's a really good school.
Yeah.
It's
Sports
a really,
or education?
It's education and sports. It's got great facilities. It's a good school. It's one of the top ones, but you got to be on like a list. It's like backlisted for forever. And one kid gets in, the rest of your kids get in.
They have like a charter or a magnet program?
Yeah, they got the program my daughter was trying to get in. I can't remember the name, but she plays soccer. And one of her homegirls that's on her team is in a program that we was trying to get our daughter in. But I don't know what the likelihood of that is.
Laces, huh?
Even with the kids and the coaching and shit, like my son, he does that too. But I'm not trying to coach. Like I feel like he's looking at me to see if I'm disappointed in what he's done.
Right.
And even when he's training or at practice, I remove myself from the practice because like he said, every time something happens, and the coach is trying to talk to him, and he's looking at me, and I'm like, bro, don't look at me.
Right.
Look at the coach. So that's what I'm saying.
Though. He'll get over
Your son
that.
is younger though. I'm talking about this.
But
about seventh
I'm
grade.
still saying I get that because he's looking for my approval, so I just remove myself. And even during the games, like if he messes up, I'm like, look, come here. I don't care if you mess up. You're going to mess up. All of y'all gonna mess up. Just have a short memory and let's move on. Like I'm not mad at you if you mess up. Like stop looking at me. Yeah, stop looking at me. So I have. I remember the first game of his soccer thing. I was coaching it, and it kind of messed him up because I told him to do something, and the coach told him to do something. He listened to me, and when he listened to me, he fucked up. And then I'm like, and the coach the coach like they sent the email out. Please, parents, let's relax and let me coach the team. But then, so I'm just a dad. Like I talk. Like the season finale was yesterday. All the parents were like, "Thank you for how you cheer for our kids."
Yeah.
So now I've taken it to where like I'm not X and Owen. I'm just
positive
like, great job.
influence, yeah.
I'm just,
That's what I do
You
now.
cheer for the kids that he's going against?
Yes. Yesterday, the shortstop, number 10, white boy.
You gotta give it up to them. You gotta give it up to them kids.
Man,
too.
I said, hey, number 10, I like your style, baby, because he was flipping double plays and everything.
Really?
I'm a fan of good game.
Right.
My son ain't the best player. My son, I may cheer for other kids more than him because he ain't making no plays.
Right.
Your
He
son
made
better
that
than your homie, son?
Who?
Nigga who don't want him to play who want him to play
Oh,
football?
my son don't play football though. My son plays soccer and baseball.
right.
Yeah. I'm cheering for every single kid, opposing and all. Like I'm with all that. Yeah, I'm looking for good plays. My son, he hears me cheer for Isaiah more than him. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't making no plays.
Yeah.
But when you make a play, good job and
you'll get your
good effort.
You'll get your cookies, but
Yeah,
make a play.
for sure. We gotta make a play.
But yeah, I understand that that sideline talk. I got kicked off the field.
Not kicked off the field.
Yeah, by the coach. Like, you got to go over there, because I was just being too like loud and just like, come on, let's go. So now, like, I just use my sign language. Like, I just be like,
Oh, he can relate.
Yeah.
Like,
he got
He
a
know what
letter.
that means.
like,
Yeah, I did.
But it was
A letter.
it's real. Like,
Email.
let them be coached, because they're gonna be
CC.
second guessing everything that they do. They're not gonna be like flowing.
Yeah, so I'm more of like good rebound, good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to tell them what to do.
When they on the field or they playing in the gym, the coaches are the coaches and the parents gotta be the parents.
So I can't cheer?
You could cheer, but you can't sit there and coach and tell them, hey, you should be doing
No,
this.
I'm not- yeah,
You
I'm
should
not
be
doing that. No. Listen
Because
to
you
your
don't know
coach.
what program he could be doing
Exactly.
the ISO. You
Right.
don't know what they're
Right.
doing.
And so when my nephew was playing ball, I would tell him all the time, like, I want you to give me a little more effort. I want you to rebound. I want you to do these things, but do that all within what the coach told you to do. So if what he told you to do is, if I'm asking you, if I see you not rebounding, I'm like, I want you to board, but he told you that ain't your job today, you supposed to stay here,
Right.
ride with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just telling you what I see that you could be doing better, but obviously listen to what your coach tells you
still
over me,
fucking that nigga
for
up.
sure.
The chat loves that y'all are dedicated.
Oh, thank you,
I
man.
fuck with
yeah,
man.
for sure,
Stop
for sure.
playing.
I mean,
I don't see how niggas don't take care of their kids. I don't see how you can have a kid out here and you ain't worried about what he doing, if he ate, what he owns. Man, when we went to your cousin thing, bro, all the adults were over here. I'm sitting by the pool watching my son.
Right.
What you got going on?
In
This
the
is where I'm
water?
at today.
Come on, dog.
Man,
Like,
I'm not
I can't
worried
play.
about nothing. I didn't have no adult fun that day.
Yeah.
I'm right here with my son. I might step off the smoke,
Yeah.
but I'm back.
Right.
What we on?
right.
You got to interact and be there for that babe. Like,
Yeah,
they want it and they need it.
for
You
sure.
gotta be present.
Show them what's important to them, and you being there shows them that they're the priority. You know what I mean? Like,
Most
you get so
important
much
thing
out
in
your
my
babies,
world.
like, just from, you want your child to talk to you. You don't want them going to their peers or classmates talking about shit. You want them to come to the source like that. Hey, what? Yeah,
No,
like, Dad, what you think about this?
That's
Like,
the dream.
and-
Your kid to trust you
Dude.
that much and be like, hey, Dad, let me tell you what these niggas talking about,
Dude,
man.
that's the key thing. And like, if you be too judgmental, or like, you might be thinking something, sometimes you got to hold on to that thought and sit back on it and just let them keep talking, and then figure out how you're going to drop a seed or combat it. Like, oh, okay, I do understand that. But did you look at it this way? Or did, you know what I mean? Like, just being suggestive. Like, you know.
I have a thing with
gotta
my
be open.
son. I don't tell him because I don't want him to run with the mentality that he's not going to get in trouble if he does something. But my rule of thumb is the first one is free.
Right.
Whatever you do, you're not in trouble.
Right.
Right? We're going to talk about it and we're going to figure it out and I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't do this. But you're never going to be in trouble.
The why.
You could
The
jump right back
why.
on the iPad after I talk to you about this.
Is the most important thing, the why.
And I also do the first one free because I want him to know, like, if I get in trouble, my dad ain't really tripping.
But if he know what he doing is wrong, though.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't tell him the first. Oh, so this is where we come into it. The first one is free, right?
But if he know what he doing is wrong, and he gonna use that as
Well, nah. If you know it's
Always
wrong,
got out with pops.
Yeah.
if you
Yeah,
no, we're
that's-
talking about things that you don't know is wrong. If you know stealing is wrong, so you're not gonna go steal, and I'm gonna
okay,
tell you
okay,
you're
okay.
okay now because it's the first time you stole.
Yeah.
No, nigga, we been told you can get what you want. Don't take nothing from nobody. So I'm not talking so much to that. I'm talking about like things that you just do as a kid that you may be just so rambunctious and doing shit you're not thinking about and you get in trouble. Those are gonna be free at all times.
Yeah.
And I think what that does is lets him know if I fuck up, and this ain't something, this is my first time like getting in trouble, my dad ain't finna flip out on me. We gonna talk, and I believe that will let him know I can come to my dad and talk to my dad about whatever.
If I break a light, I'm not gonna go hide and not tell him.
And, you know what I'm saying?
Like I'll be like, Pops, I broke a light.
And I'm like, well, sweep that shit up.
Moments,
Sweep it up.
Yeah.
And I not do that, bro, because when I grew up, man, my mom, and I give no fault to her. You only do what you know.
Right.
That's what her mom did to her. Right. So I'm just fortunate enough to where I have a little education and self-awareness where I'm like, I'm not doing that to my kid.
Right.
But I don't fault her. But she was very like, fuck you up if you fuck up.
Yeah.
A lot of shit my son does where I'm like, he's a baby, he don't know, I would have got slapped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm, because
What
of
you
that.
doing? Why you in my mouth?
Come on.
Get out of grown folks' business.
It's just me and him here, and who else you gonna pay attention to? You know what I'm saying? So I'm real chill with my kid, man. I don't believe in whooping shit.
Yeah.
And we talking around here.
Right.
Because I believe that my mom whooping me made me like when niggas trip. Well, what then?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Well, what you know what I'm saying? Then nah, we calm, respectful men, and we gonna handle shit cool, man.
And guess what? That's masculine. That's being masculine. Being a man, not being emotional. When niggas act out in that's being like feminine. Like when you acting out in emotion, like
you don't have nowhere else to go with your emotion.
Like
you're slow. You a dumb nigga like, in essence, because like, hold on, bro, what we really doing? Let's think about this, and you know what I mean.
You yelling at a 6-year-old, homie.
Like, custody battles and all type. It's all type of shit, man. It's bullshit.
No, that's great, and you're not letting what your mom have affect you.
Oh no, yeah,
you know
I don't.
mean?
Man, I see so many people, bro, that be on that. Well, my mom did this, my dad did this, and I'm like, so
to break the cycle,
you're telling me what they did? You're gonna let that fuck up your life? You crazy as a mother.
And you know you're saying it, so you're aware.
Man, you crazy as a motherfucker. If
It's just a lazy excuse. That's all.
You're
But
right.
like the lazy part is huge, because if you're telling your kids something, like that's why I said the why is so important, because explaining the why elevates your child. It gives them more knowledge and lets them think, let them know how you're thinking and
reasoning power
and reasoning. And like,
and kids nowadays gonna always ask.
They
why.
always gonna ask. And so if you tell your kid, because I said so, you missed out on the big fucking life lesson or learning lesson for your child, because you being lazy and you don't know why. You just don't want it to do because it's getting on your nerves.
Instead of breaking it down.
Instead of breaking it down.
Yeah, that's
that.
I like that.
So basically, how I parent my kid is things that my mom did that made me feel funny. I don't do. That was my biggest thing, bro. I believe that when you tell your kid, my mom that was her thing, because I fucking said so.
Yeah.
And I received it. Now I got an attitude. Now I don't want to do it. Now I'm like, well, fuck, I can't never talk and say nothing. I don't never. Why? This is why.
Yeah. Stop being so loud.
This is
why. You know what? Mom had a really rough day today. Mr. Johnson did this, and now I have a headache, and it's like bothering me. And you could just say that shit. Like, why you can't take 30 seconds?
And typically they say, okay. And go about their fucking day. Come on,
Mom,
bro.
what do you need? Do you need some water? Do you need this and that? Like, turn them into a teammate.
Okay, but what y'all speaking from just maturity, or like what came into y'all?
Oh, nigga, I was not like that with my first son. Like, when I had my first, like, I've gotten better at my parenting, and I be feeling so bad, and like, and I like feel so sad about how I raised my son early, like up to 5, and like my wife really like talking to me, like I was on that you gotta be tough shit, like raising him like he was gonna be on the east side like I was, like he ain't never gonna see them situations, but I'm raising him like he's me. And trying to make him avoid or be able to handle situations that I went through, which I don't ever want him to. Like, why I need to be preparing you for stuff I didn't go through. Like, hey, you're going to be so smart, you're going to be doing this. But from him and doing that, it like helped me learn and grow. And then from him to my daughter to my son now.
Trial and error.
It's trial and error. And so that I always say my oldest son is my ace. Like, he's always going to be that dude, like, let's go, let's ride out.
The first child is typically that, especially if you have your child when you're not like completely settled.
And I was 26.
The first child thug it out with you.
Right.
So
we grew together.
All the shit he went through, like he had to walk so the babies could crawl.
Exactly.
Now the baby's getting everything like I should have. Like, now I know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For sure.
And so I talked to him about that shit. Like, I actually bring it up. I apologized to him. I'm like, you know what, Jay? We had it rough. You had it a little rough when you was growing up, but look, we in a different place now, huh? Like, and he acknowledges it. He was like, "Yeah, I like the way you do this, and you're more calm and this." And it's like, I want him to know that I know that it wasn't right.
Acknowledgement.
So he don't have to be later in life like thinking about shit like that was different with Xander and me. Like, Pops, I know that it's different now and how it is. And just acknowledging it before he gets the opportunity to think about it. And I love you, dude. And I got you no matter what.
That's
and
incredible.
We grew together and we both matured with each other.
That's incredible,
so,
man. Yeah,
that's powerful.
That's dope. Yeah, because the first one stuck it out while we figuring this shit out. You figuring it out with me.
Because a lot of kids go through that. The first kids go through that. They on the come up, on the rise.
And I believe I hear you say it, and I'm big on it too. I'm big on when I fuck up with my son, I'm sorry.
Right.
Like, Dad messed up. Like, I shouldn't have reacted that way. And I also let him know this is why I reacted that way. Because then maybe in his mind, he like, well, my dad flipped out like that. Like, I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry. This is why I did it. This is why it was wrong, and I'm not going to do that shit again. My fault.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm big on apologizing if something go not how it's supposed to go.
It goes so far.
So speaking about kids, we see young Jeezy has full custody of his child now.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
But my thing is,
what happened? What was wrong with her? How did he get full custody?
That's my question. Like,
what's going on?
Weren't the parents and everybody living with him?
But full custody?
No, but the thing about it is typically the mom gets full custody. Well, that was why the all the shit was going on, why he wanted divorce, because he's like, but it's a cultural thing. In their community, the Asian community, the moms and family live together.
Right.
So
you could have a household full of a mom and dad, and all kids is 30 and 40.
Right.
They rock like that. Jeezy, like, my nigga, I'll buy y'all a house over here. Y'all can go do that over there. I don't need y'all all in my mix on how I'm rocking in my situation. So they were having
cultural differences.
I'm gonna tell you, like, they divorced now.
So well, yeah, he just
But it's never full custody. It'll be half and half.
And the mom is primarily the custody. Jeannie Mai. We need to know why is my question.
The living situation is
people ain't just throwing babies to black men.
Rapping black men.
Yeah.
Self-professed drug dealing
dealers.
black men.
Ex-snowman.
Like, what did she do? She had to
I don't know
do
about
something.
Something crazy was going on.
Or she gave up her rights.
Nah, she didn't do that. Because what's gonna happen is gonna come out.
Right.
And if it came out that she gave up her rights, you can forget all the view shows and all that. Bitch, what type of mom is you? Get the fuck up out of here.
See, that's the fucked up shit, because had the shoe been on the other foot, we would know everything that Jeezy did.
It's gonna
We would
come
know
out.
every reason why he got lost custody.
It's gonna come out.
But they protecting they always protect the girl. You know what I mean? But
it's crazy.
she
Like,
had to do some cold shit or just.
even to speak more to the culture thing of like the Dr. Umar to touch. I have one more point. I remember I was dealing with this Nigerian girl, and she told me, like, we probably won't reach the finish line. I'm gonna marry a Nigerian man. And when I asked her, I'm like, well, damn, what y'all on? Like, what's up? And when she explained to me why, I said, you're right. She basically said, we're the same people. I know as a Nigerian woman what my Nigerian husband will expect from me, and he knows what, and vice versa. Like, we came up together. Right. My mom has been raising me for this. His mom has been raising him for this. We are completely aligned. We're not going to get here and we can't eat pork because you're this and I'm that.
Exactly.
We're not going to get here and Jeannie Mai got the whole family living here and Jeezy don't like it.
Right.
We know what's what. And I said, damn, like, your marriage will flourish.
Right.
So I get why. So I was like, yeah.
You knock out all those cultural teaching moments. And I have to bring you up here and waste all this time when I can work on a marriage with somebody that's already there.
Aligned with you.
Aligned.
And also
what they call it, equally yoked.
Yes.
Equally yoked.
And also, I feel like what it does, if you have 50 pillars of things that will make a marriage unsuccessful, they've knocked down 25 of them already.
Right.
So they're starting at they ready
They
to
get
rumble.
to focus on the real shit.
Exactly.
They was raised for that.
Yeah, that's all. What she said, I'm like, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. I ain't mad at you.
Hey, people that do that, are more power to them. Like that like they trying to grow their shit, grow your shit.
Yeah, see,
I know a woman who was set up when she was young. She knew her husband.
Yeah.
She got married. Yeah.
And they played it out.
When they choose their husband.
I don't know if they're still
she was
married,
Indian
but
or something.
I was just gonna ask.
She was Nigerian.
Okay, they do that. They do that.
Indians do that too.
Yeah, she was Nigerian.
The dad that choose.
How would, as a man,
she knew in the 8th grade. Like, no, mom's already know him.
But what happened? So, I want to ask you. I'm gonna ask both because I'll forget. As a man, would you be okay with your thing being arranged? And also, remember that one and remember this one.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't? Okay.
But if I was raised like that, I wouldn't know no better.
That would be what it would be. Yeah. And then also, what happens if, like, let's say in 8th grade, we have this plan. This is what it is. And then this nigga go off and be a crackhead. What we doing now?
Well, there's definitely some
type of provision.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, like, hold up. I got to, I'm
sure there's a pecking order. Like, there's a number 2.
Okay.
Like, in case he passes.
An arranged marriage is
it seems crazy. But I would love to see the divorce rate.
Right.
What if I don't like you?
It's probably low.
Like,
very low.
that goes to show, like, that tells you, like, if you're not marrying this man for his height. You're not marrying this woman because of her booty. You're not marrying because of these physical attributes. You're actually marrying of purpose. There's purpose behind the marriage. There's purpose behind it. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
To me, that's strictly business arrangement.
But that's what a marriage is. And that's why, like, you could, if you just want a bad bitch, just go fuck with a bad bitch. Like, but you trying to marry a hoe. You trying to marry a girl that is a bad bitch that fucked 15 niggas that you know.
She's ready to settle down now.
She's ready to settle down now.
For a couple months.
And now she comparing you to the 15 niggas that she done been through.
So you're saying 15 is a large number for a girl to come into the marriage with?
I'm just saying the 15 niggas that you know in your circle.
And now
the basketball team, this and that, or she went from this rapper to this rapper to this rapper, and now you're trying to turn someone into something they've never shown you to be.
The ability to be.
And it's like, what are you doing? And so the thing, like, we don't base marriage off of, like, real foundation and merit. Like, why did you get married? Like, if we ask somebody, like the average person in America, why they get married? Oh, because I love him. Oh, because it is. It's about love. Sometimes shit is beyond love. My wife makes me so mad sometimes, but you know what keeps me there is our bond. It's beyond
But that's
love.
what I'm saying. So when you have an arranged marriage, you don't have that.
You might, but the thing is, when you get married, you don't have that shit either.
You do, because when you get married, you've been engaged to this person, you've dated this person, we have feelings, we have connection, and we believe that this is now the next step that we're going to take to solidify our union. So I know you, I've built with you. In arranged marriages, from 8th grade, you know that Tom is your husband.
But sometimes they grow up together sometimes. Like, probably in Nigeria, she would know him her whole life.
No, of course, like, we're going to know each other, we're going to have...
So they would have built a bond. And then they would get married.
Yeah, that just grows.
See, but that's the thing. Like, what you're describing, they were already married. Okay. All that stuff that you're explaining before the marriage, you already portraying that you're married. You're already doing all the things of a married person.
But when you're doing those things, we're not sure if this is who we want to do those things for the rest of our lives.
There's no room for that other one. In the other one, there's no room for doubt. There's no room for this ain't gonna work.
There's no room for anything. Like, you just put me with this person.
That's why she told you that. She was just playing time. She knew what she was gonna do.
What do you mean?
That girl that told you that. She knew she wasn't gonna be with you. She knew she was gonna be with the other Nigerian.
Okay, I get it. I get what you're saying with that, but what does that have to do with what he's saying? So what I'm saying is,
relax.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Time.
And she told me that though.
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't an arranged situation. She just knew that when it was time for her to get married, it would be with the Nigerian man. She's free to choose who she wants to. But it's gonna
kind of arranged.
It's not arranged because
she didn't know the man that she was gonna marry. She just saying it's gonna be a Nigerian.
Meaning that when I go seek my husband, the man I want to marry for sure, I'm probably gonna meet him at the Nigerian function.
Right.
I'm gonna go there to begin my selection. It don't matter who it is.
Wasn't chosen.
Yeah, it don't matter who it is. So
but we're like, here, like, we're so like hypersexualized, and with marriage, the concept of marriage is about a diamond, is about a house and a fence, a picket fence. Like, they sold us a dream on what marriage is, and nobody could really fit those standards. And so when it's like, when there's more to the marriage of what it is, like this, there's more to it than what the eye can see. You know what I mean? Like LTD, like, we have more than what the eye can see. You know what I mean? Like, it's beyond the surface level. And I think we don't build that shit. Like I was talking about on Viral, like, we take the first opportunity to run, we run. Like, oh, it's 10 other bitches waiting. Like, why am I gonna put up with you? There's a whole new crew of 25-year-olds coming around next year.
My boy, what's the name said that does tracks?
There's a whole new crew of 25-year-olds coming through next year that ain't 35 and jaded.
And don't got kids.
And don't got kids and ain't went through the shit. Then I have to deal with your past trauma from other niggas and this and that. Like it's a, like it is, but it's because we're operating backwards.
I agree with that.
We're not building.
We're not building. We're not building.
Well, man, that I don't think we're ever gonna get back to that, man, because the way social media rock, man, and the way that everyone wants to compare and contrast their lives to everyone else, that shit is ridiculous. Because many women can't find happiness because they believe that happiness is expensive trips, expensive bags, and expensive cars. You know what I mean? They see that from a few women on Instagram, and I get wanting that. I guess on a level coveting that. But I also feel like, my nigga, you gotta know what's your reality.
Right.
Now, all that shit is fine to want and aspire to, but when you click your phone and that screen goes blank, nigga, you have to know what your reality consists of.
Right.
And it ain't that.
It ain't that.
What if she can afford
and
that,
it ain't
though?
that for them either.
What if she can
it ain't
afford
even
that,
that.
that's what she wants. If she can afford that and she's already doing that, and you get in a relationship with her and you can't do it, is that her fault that she wants that?
Well,
or she shouldn't be with you?
Well, then she needs to get it. So it depends on what she wants from a relationship, right? If she wants someone that can continue to maybe relieve her burden of having to purchase all of that for herself, then she needs to get with a nigga with some dough. If she is in a space where she's like, you know what, I'm not really looking for no nigga to buy me nothing. I can afford that shit myself. I just want someone who's gonna love me, respect me, and not cheat on me. Then she can go for a nigga who may not be making that type of money. She just wants her a solid dude. I'ma handle, I think a lot of women are getting to that point. I got some dough. I'ma handle what I can handle. You help me out. Don't bring me nothing. Don't cheat on me. Respect me. Protect me. And we good. You know what I mean?
Be
Because
loyal.
that's it. If you're looking for someone to come match this and do all this, I mean, you know, there are pros and cons with everything.
And that's probably where they're losing, is because they're thinking that what they've built and established is enough to keep a man. And when a man doesn't want to be kept, a man wants to be a man on the very bare minimum level, much rather be with a woman that is passive, a woman, gentle, kind, loving, and be in a one-bedroom apartment with a woman who's okay with that, than to be being catered to or just having your life made with a woman who don't respect you. You just basically
So
dick at that time.
you feel like if a woman makes more than you, she doesn't respect you?
No, you said that if he doesn't, he's not going to work. He's just going to come.
No, he works.
Okay.
He's gonna work, but he just don't make what you make.
Oh yeah, no.
He can't afford her lifestyle.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah, like I mean, I don't make enough to buy you no Louis bag. You say you make that, and you
Get
can.
together then.
But no, some women would take that rather than, because I feel like what money does, bro, is money gives you a certain power, right? Like you don't have to put up with certain things, right? So when you get a nigga in your tax bracket that's making $200,000. That nigga might be quick to be like, my nigga, I don't give a fuck. I don't need you for nothing. If you leave today, my life is the same.
Right.
Right? You have a man that's $60K a year. He liked the life you brought around him. He's more appreciative. He may be a little slower to, you know what I'm saying, pop off or be disrespectful. Like, you know, it just goes different ways. So that's why I feel like women would rather say, you know what, I could kind of keep myself up. This dude makes some dough. We're going to be okay. It's going to be cool, rather than get you somebody who is on your level or above, because now it's like, just like how they say.
It's situational. You being situational, like, oh, he's got this situation, he's got this, instead of about the person.
Just like how they say you never know how somebody really feels about you until y'all both got some money.
Or y'all both broke.
If y'all both broke, there's no strain on the relationship. There's no strain. If y'all both got some money, I don't need you no more, Rio.
Right.
Like, so before, I had to ride, when we going out, I got to jump in Rio truck. Rio got the weed, he got the drink. It's my boy, he going to take care of me, but I got to roll with you.
I mean, she was using you the whole time, though.
Nah, I don't mean that. It don't mean that. It just
That's
means
why I
that.
said when you both broke, you know, you really got to, or
Nah,
not
because-
really necessarily broke, but
But if
down.
y'all both
There's
now
nothing
y'all
to-
both making the same money, and when I was down or she was down, and now you feel like it's a playing field. Like
No, what I'm saying is
But you,
this.
once you
What
start making money as a man, you start making more money. You start having more access to different levels of woman. And
Or
it's
even
like-
things, or even
like,
things.
you're like,
Or
oh
even
shit!
things, right?
I'm still dealing with the woman when I was on level 1. I'm still with the level 1 woman, and I don't really appreciate what she did for me and how she stayed down. But now I'm a level 9 nigga, and I got level 9 bitches, and I'm going home to the level 1. But that's what I say. Like, there's no that we don't value.
But the level 9 bitches are suspects too.
But they
That
very
don't mean,
suspect.
That don't mean you loving them. You,
Those
That
those
means
are
the ones
users.
that's there just
They
for
one night
that.
stands then.
Yeah,
Like, it's just so.
But
we
even
leave
those are scammers.
that for what's shallow and
City
not
girls.
like, oh, you see that on Instagram. That bitch just got shat on in Saudi Arabia, and you kissing her. These girls that go get pissed on and this and that, and they have no values, and they on Instagram looking amazing, and niggas is, I don't give a fuck. I'm just fuck with her. Like, I
but
still
it's
like
all about
what?
the visual. It's all about the visual.
Like, you gonna deal with a woman that
That
come
did
on,
it all
like,
for some bread.
to offer some bread.
It's all
Pay to
about
play.
the visual.
I don't like it. I'm not on social like that.
They running the world right
It's
now.
a sketchy place.
It's like even
That
like
search bar is crazy.
if you think about the rappers sharing girls, they act like it's only 15 girls
Bro,
in the
I
world.
say the same thing, bro.
That like it's
I
only
said that
15
shit,
girls in
bro.
a row.
Bro, I
Go
said
get
that
a bitch
episode
in
one,
Maine,
bro.
my nigga, who's bad as fuck fishing for lobster, my nigga. I
Man.
said this shit a
They
million
love the
times.
shit.
like
They,
for
they
real.
share women.
A
Kim
bad
K's and all
chick,
them.
bro. Like,
I don't understand how you pop up to Diddy's, or I'm sorry, not Diddy no more, to Michael Rubin's white party, and you bring a girl who's fucked 10 niggas in here.
That's what
Like,
the
I don't
point of
understand that, bro.
Yeah.
When, like you say, there's a girl in Minnesota right now
Talk to him.
with 5,000 followers
with Vikings
who's
tickets.
ready. And like I respect what Kanye did when he brought Amber Rose on the scene. Like, he was the first one with that.
Right.
Then she went and did what she did.
Right.
But when y'all saw her, y'all didn't know nothing about
There was
this.
another chick too, another model.
He stayed with the, like,
yeah, I forgot
that's
her
more
name.
his style. Like, people he pop out with, I'm like, who the fuck is that? I have
Yeah.
to look and see
Like,
who
he
they
found
are.
her.
Yeah. Like, that's what I would do, bro. I would just find me somebody
Pop
in
out
fucking
with
New
Jim.
Mexico who out there working out,
Right.
ready for the scene.
Right.
They share women, bro.
Then
That's
y'all
what
can
they
have
do.
her when I'm done.
Boom.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I'm not fucking one of them,
But why?
You're not
though?
gonna
It's
bring
so
her up.
many
but I'm not.
other
She's not
ones,
on my
bro.
arm. I mean, well, it's just like
It's just so many,
bro. But it's
Why
just
you gotta stick to the industry.
who do you like in the game that's a girl?
Who said this before?
Just tell me your
Janelle
name right
Monáe.
now. Okay, Janelle Monáe. You're telling me right now
of
that
course.
whoever else has fucked her, if she tells you Malik, let's rock, you're not
Of course
rocking?
I was mad.
All right
but
then. So
I'm saying, look what the situation I'm in.
But I'm
if I
speaking-
had bread, like
you still. So if you got 10 mil right now, and she hit, and it's even worse because now you can be where she's at. Well, you can still be where she's at right now, but for regular guys they couldn't. But with a 10 mil, you for sure in her face, and because you're rich now, and she's fucked a few people, you don't want to fuck no more.
They still
yeah,
going
but
for
I'm not parading around my
That's
arm though.
we just
about,
said that.
like,
We
wifing
just
her.
said that.
I'm not wifing
I'm
her.
fucking that, but
She
Minnesota's
wifing
coming
it.
out.
Wifing it,
Yeah,
yeah,
Minnesota's
yeah.
coming out for sure. I'm with that. I don't see why that shit is ridiculous.
It's
to me.
crazy to me. Like,
And
For you,
basketball players sharing girls.
you walk into a party, bro, and you're like, this is my girl. This is my girlfriend right now. And there are 10 men in here who know how she tastes. That's crazy.
It's
to me.
crazy.
They already done been through.
That alone in my mind would not make me bring no girl that niggas done been with.
Maybe
that
them,
in my,
maybe them men know how each other taste.
Ha,
so you,
and they like
shit
it,
though.
and they like it.
Maybe
Oh,
them
yeah.
men know, like, I'm telling you, these motherfuckers is on some weird shit. That's weird as fuck to us. Like, you fucking a bitch that's weird. What
And-
other weird shit is you doing that you not televising?
And my thing is not even weird to want to fuck on her. I get it. You see her. She's
wifing
the
her.
object of your eye. You want to just get your nut off. But for me to bring her through, like, this is my girl. This is who might be the mom of my kids because I'm nutting in her. You're crazy.
But some
And to
dudes
get
like the
them
women of
pregnant,
that. They like women of that status already. They already know what it is. They already done
we
been
can
through
have
that.
fun.
Shit, these niggas want a wife.
When I land, I give you the hotel room number. But we're not stepping off for TMZ to catch me with you. Stop, unless we working on a little project together.
They having fun too. That shit. They can't help TMZ just out there.
Right.
Date for 6 months. They know what's up.
Get a little couple purses, couple thousand.
Lori Harvey, shit, she got a nigga what?
Bro, I don't know why. I don't know why.
Hey, Lori
niggas
Harvey
do
is
this
beautiful.
thing.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
But I
She's
wouldn't,
so bad.
I wouldn't even waste my time, bro.
Oh,
if I
man.
had the bread.
She's
Nah,
the
nah,
Grim
nah,
Reaper
bro.
of niggas. Like, she
Right.
not playing
What
with
do
none of
niggas
these
She
think?
things.
taking souls.
They think that they're the one that's going to change
what's
that.
old boy off Mortal Kombat who takes the souls? That's you.
Tao son,
bro, taking souls, bro.
She collecting.
And she went through
Bruh.
5,
And she got a
and she ain't sorry
all-star
about
lineup.
it. She ain't sorry about it.
But I ain't
But
mad
that's
at you,
how
my
the-
nigga. You should have known, bro.
That's how
Look at
the
her
women
track
live in
record.
their life. Like women now, I feel like women have taken over. Back in the day, it would be women crying. Women crying, men running around, holding it down. Nowadays, it's women out here with their chest poked out. We fucking who we want to, when we want to, and you niggas is heartbroken trying to be in relationships. That's how the dynamic has shifted. That's why Lori Harvey is moving out here with impunity.
Right.
Doing what she wants.
It's accepted.
That used to be you're a hoe.
She make you sign the contract, right?
That used to be you're a hoe, and you're even more of a hoe for publicizing it.
Let's do this. Let's even go to 15 years ago. 15 years ago, Halle Berry was doing the same thing. And she went from David Justice, Lenny Kravitz, all the all stars, top niggas. That's what they call her. Because they said she was insane and crazy bitch. Because niggas, she wasn't staying with a nigga. They said it had to be something mentally wrong with her.
An imbalance.
And she was going through them. What's the other actor?
They blamed it on that. Now, Lori doing it, and it's like, oh yeah, she got her shit together. That's how fast shit is changing.
Together. That's what they think. Girls are like, she's what I want to be.
Right. Back in the day, bitch, I keep saying bitch, women was like, why she didn't marry David Justice? Why she didn't stay with Lenny Kravitz? Oh, I'd have married him. Down talking her. Like, oh, something wrong with her.
I remember.
I don't think all women want to be Lori Harvey. They idolize that shit, but come on, she going through men. She ain't
You don't
yet.
think that a woman right now, your average woman right now, wants to look like Lori, not like obviously like
looks
what
or
she look
go
like,
through men.
but see, they're not rationalizing it as going through men. They're looking at it like she's having the time of her life, on vacation every day, big champagne, big popping, and these are the men that she chooses to let enjoy her company.
No
That's how they're looking at
Talentless.
it. They're not like I'm saying. That's not looked at how we look at it. The world looks at it like that. Like, ain't nothing wrong with what she's doing. She's out here empowered. They call it empowered. She's an empowered woman.
She knows what she wants, and
Come
she's
on,
in
and she's
control of
not
her life.
settling. Come on.
And those not the men she wants.
And she's not settling for no
her
bullshit.
worth. She know her worth.
She know her worth. That's how they looking at it.
And the cold part about it is,
just
this
got
is
over
really
it
the
for
coldest part.
Snowfall.
The niggas is falling in love with her.
Like old boy from Snowfall.
It's not like she just
talking
fuck
about.
with him. Like niggas, Michael B. Jordan loved her.
So did Dempsey.
They was broken hearted over that.
So did Dempsey. She got that power.
Man,
Did her pops raise her right?
That's her step up.
See, my thing is,
she acting like a man.
But my
real
thing is
pop, I
this
think
though:
Steve Harvey's her
you
step
can
up.
raise a kid with the utmost chastity and virtue. At a certain point, they're gonna do what they do.
Like that's her doing that.
That's what she wants to do. I don't look at that like Steve Harvey didn't raise her right.
Look at Florence.
Steve Harvey raised her with his book. She's acting that shit out. Think like a woman, act like a man.
Yeah.
She's literally living that shit out.
Yeah.
He wrote that
Yeah,
shit. That
he did
shit
write
kicking
that
his ass
shit.
now.
Look
know
at
what I'm
Lawrence Fishburne's daughter. I'm
She
sure he
doing
raised
porn.
her. I'm sure he raised her perfect.
But I'm saying, like, y'all see, that's that blaming the parents.
Nah, I don't
shit,
think-
bro.
I'm sure
he probably
No,
didn't.
I'm sure. I'm sure he did.
Oh, you're
He
not
probably
being
wasn't there,
facetious.
though.
You're not being
Yeah.
facetious.
No, I'm not lying.
Oh, I believe, bro. I just
I'm sure
believe
she had
that.
the best schooling and all that.
I agree. At a certain time, you just gonna do what you want to do. And I also believe that sometimes that sheltering kids too much shit is what causes them to, when they hit the streets, to go crazy. Because they're just hit with so many fucking sensory things and all of the things that are being kept and hidden from them. It's like, oh, I want to see what life is about.
Dude, you cannot tell me
sure it's
that somebody was raised in a normal life and they choose to suck dick on camera for money and that they was raised properly.
So you don't believe a girl can be raised properly, right? And that there can be a man that comes into her life where she will
Fucks
throw
her up.
all that shit out the window, and because she believes that he's the end all be all, he can get her to do what he wants her to do?
You know what's supposed to be her?
Let me ask you that question. You don't believe that?
No.
Yeah, I don't believe that. Not if she had a dad. She had a dad
My
in her life.
nigga.
They
Yes,
just turned
bro.
out to a straight rat like that.
I'm
Not a rat, a porn star.
Bro, I believe that kids are gonna be people are gonna be what they are, bro.
If she got a good upbringing
And-
with a dad and a mom in her life.
Yes, I believe that there is a nigga, bro, who can get her to do what the fuck he wants her to do, and everything you've instilled in your daughter.
Call it trafficking.
But that's saying
call it a phase or call it just a part of her life
Human
she's going
trafficking, she
through.
drugged up. You talking about somebody
No,
drugged
they
up?
go willingly sometimes.
pimped up.
Come on, like niggas just
That's what I'm
talking
saying.
shit.
We talking about drugs or
Game.
games?
No,
No, we're talking about
game.
game. I ain't
Peace,
drugging nothing.
mouthpiece,
She's
nigga.
coming. And it could be the girl just so in love, she think this is her first time in love, she think that this is what the end all be all, like I
Yeah,
said.
bro.
her
there's
dad
gonna be a
didn't teach
nigga-
her the game.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's- I'm telling you.
man.
Teaching
Oh,
went wrong.
he
didn't-
didn't teach her
he
the
didn't teach her the
game.
game.
Teaching went wrong somewhere.
Because she would have known about
She
it.
would've
He
known.
didn't teach her the game.
And guess what? Her fucking
I don't care
Yeah,
what
so
she
teaching went
knows,
wrong.
bro. I'm not saying every girl is susceptible to this type of man, but a lot of women are, especially when you're young, you're coming up, you're finding yourself. They are susceptible to a man who they think they love so much. What you need me to do,
whatever.
baby?
And they gonna start sucking other men's dick.
I'm not
whatever.
saying
Fuck
no.
another dude.
He's not saying she
That- I'm
was, she
saying
was
that.
sucking every nigga's dick.
You
She's
said
saying
you're a prostitute.
That's what I'm saying. I don't
You're a porn
think you
star.
could raise right and become a porn star.
I think you can. Maybe a
People get
prostitute.
turned
I'll
out.
give you a prostitute
People get turned out, basically. That's
every
all
day,
it is.
B.
People get turned out.
every day, B.
I to this day have fucked with some women in my life, and everyone that was fucked up, had a fucked up dad or a fucked up mom, had trauma. And
trauma.
I'm telling you, if your daughter fucking loves you and respects you as a man, there ain't no way she's about to go out into the world and suck dick for money on camera. That means her doing that is actually saying, fuck you. You didn't raise your daughter wise enough or slick enough that a man cannot tell her that you come do this with me and this is totally disregarding. You had your daughter for 18 years and the nigga comes for 2 months. You are a horrible dad and your game ain't what you thought it was.
Hey, now.
So
Wait.
so-
So you don't watch porn?
Do I watch porn? I watch porn.
It's a
So
lot
you
of
don't
trauma
respect
with
none of them women?
No.
a lot of
My
trauma with
question
the
is
women,
this.
bro.
My question is this. So every woman that's on a porn screen, broken home. No, or not broken home.
That's
No
what
dad.
that's
Something
what I
is
was getting
wrong.
at.
Yeah, something was definitely wrong.
Something is wrong. When you
Sorry,
choose
what I said.
that, when you choose your body as your money maker over your intelligence and over pride and over
What
respect,
about OnlyFans?
that's just as bad too.
But
So all
they
of them
have
too?
fathers. They got
All of them
fathers.
too?
OnlyFans
Same shit.
It's
is
porn.
what like
It's porn.
It's not as worse. Some
it
girls don't do
is.
as much as
It is.
OnlyFans.
It's porn.
It's porn.
It, like well, they do like
Even
foot
if,
stuff.
even,
That's what
even
different
if you're,
fetishes.
well, we're
That's
speaking strictly to the porn people who
Okay.
showing pussy and touching pussy.
Well, porn is
Even if
porn,
you're
bro.
not, that's what I'm saying. Even if you're not being penetrated, you're putting your body on the screen like that is
For-
porn for money.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
I believe that.
All of those women are not from broken homes.
Yeah, I don't
All
believe
of
it.
those women.
Are lazy and don't want to get a
Shit
job.
them-
That's what I believe is the main.
So that's not a broken home.
no.
Nah, bro. They
A
just
woman,
lazy.
That's a woman.
Wait,
That's a woman.
Wait, your daughter is raised in a way that she wants to be lazy and not work.
That's a
You
woman.
didn't
broken
teach your
home.
look.
That's
You,
not-
didn't-
no,
You taught them.
no, you don't. You showing the hell
They're
didn't.
just
That money too
lazy
slow, though.
and they're lazy and they're pretty.
Or I got a job too.
No. So something's wrong.
Talk to them.
You didn't either spend enough time.
Can I see that bottle, please?
Because you just because you work
No.
and go through
Yes.
the motions doesn't mean you didn't miss out on
That's fine.
opportunities to raise your child.
Wasn't there teaching?
Thank you.
Like,
nah, I
don't-
I'm not.
I get what you're
I'll
saying.
give
I
you-
just don't believe it.
I'll
gotta
give you the
instill it in them.
majority of them are what you're describing. I
there's
just
some
don't
scapegoat.
believe
There's
it's
some-
all of them though.
I gotta talk to the dad. I want to hear the dad's
You want to have
perspective.
a conversation. So the ones that do have a father, you want to talk to that father.
Yeah.
And what are you
More
asking
than I want to talk to her.
What are you asking that father?
What do you?
You just watched a video of a girl masturbate, no penetration with a man. She masturbated on camera for money, and you have a chance to go and sit with her father as soon as the video is over. What are you asking that man?
How does that make you feel?
It made me feel horrible. Like I don't know what the fuck she's on.
And what went wrong?
So when did you notice? When did it happen that you saw your daughter going the different way in the fork in the road?
I saw her going a different way when she left home and went to college. When she got out from under her mother and I's like constant eye, I started to see little things. I didn't know this is what it became. You know what I'm saying? But I started to see different little things where I couldn't really control her the way I used to.
Can't go to
Or
college
She
with her.
wasn't listening to me the way she used to.
So you telling me that you just out of the blue moon Your daughter chose to suck dick on camera? You think that's what that is?
Sir, please, first of all,
Oh, no,
let's
I
not
like-
use that language as when we're talking about my daughter.
That's what she's
She's
doing,
that.
though.
She's doing that.
Oh, come on.
He can't
man.
disrespect
Get
you.
to-
Can I get a character?
He's wasting time.
Can I
to
get
answer
a
your question.
character?
He's wasting
That's what
time to
she's
answer
doing
your
on
question.
camera,
So
But
though.
my
character.
thing is, so you don't believe, bro, you don't believe that a child can be raised up the
No.
way of the fucking Lord, and then they go their
Ooh,
own way
that's
when they
one.
want
But
to
that's
go?
not right. Just because
We're
they're
not saying
raised
it's right. We're not. Okay, so forget all that. Then you're telling me that a child can't be raised up with everything you believe is important to you as a man and as a woman, which is typically we kind of believe the same virtues and values as a people, right? So there are certain things you're going to instill in your daughter that he may not, just because of how you grew up, right? But in essence, we can agree that we're all kind of preaching the same values, right? So you don't believe that I, as a father, can preach something to my child and they get out into the world and just is like, whoa, 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 this is what I want to do?
Now, I'm not saying that a girl or boy won't go out and experience life and go and run it up when they get out of an overbearing household. I think it's more believable that somebody will get out of their household and get addicted to drugs. I think that's more of a relevant problem than somebody running to fucking porn to suck dick. Like the drugs are more relevant. There's more peer pressure
But I
with it.
don't
Like
think-
I don't
Drugs,
think.
bro.
But look,
You
so
going after
I
the
don't
drugs.
think like you make it such a I don't even know what I want to call it. But I don't think it starts off as like, so let's say it started off as the kid is doing something with a boyfriend the parents don't like, right? And then it comes to a point where it's like, well, you know what, if you're gonna fuck with him, my nigga, we not finna be supporting your habits, and you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have to figure that shit out with him. Right? So now she's cut off from her livelihood, and now she's like, well, how do I make money? This could be an abusive relationship or a manipulative relationship, right? So now it's, how do I get bread to take care of myself? I'm pretty, maybe we've done something. I don't know how the idea gets planted, but you can understand how it can gradually get to that. I feel like what you're saying is she's leaving home today, and the next stop is the porn studio.
I think what happens is a lot of the stories don't get told. A lot of shit happens in the dark that rears its ugly face in the light. And a lot of people ain't willing to talk about that shit. Maybe that dad wasn't there. Or maybe that dad did something. Or maybe that girl was raped. Maybe some shit happened that she ain't talking about. Maybe some trauma has taken place and you did not check in and you don't know about it. But as a dad, you have to be there. But I'm telling you, there's shit that happens in the dark. Somebody just doesn't just get a demon possessing him and just go to that. If you know that your options are this, and I have a beautiful life, and this is what I love coming home, sitting down, having dinner with my dad. I can't wait to bring a husband home and have kids and make my dad a grandfather. Like, if you instill these life lessons and values in them, I'm not saying you can't make your kid be successful, but I'm damn sure, more than sure, 100% sure, my daughter ain't never gonna be in porn. That's not like, if that, you know what, I would go handcuff my daughter to the bedroom and do some crazy shit. Like, no, this nigga, what? You do it like on my name?
That's I'm with you.
Like
I'm with you. Like,
like,
we ain't doing none of
out
that.
of the fear of the crazy of me, my daughter ain't doing that.
For sure.
And if she does, that nigga is dead. And she'll be like, I can't ever do this shit again because I'm traumatized what my dad did to that person.
I'm
And
with you.
everybody involved.
I believe
She's
that
more scared of you.
what I will say is that I believe that would be more susceptible to happen to like a white family or something. Because I believe in the type of parenting you're talking about. Like, if I see my kid, I don't see how people be like, I can't control my kid.
Right.
I can't get a grip on them.
Right.
I'm like, bro, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Like, I'm checking shit so thoroughly. Like, nigga, ain't no room for none of that in my household. So I'm with what you want.
Yeah.
And I feel like other cultures are more passive when it comes to raising their children. Like, it's more of like, well, boys will be boys, or that's just how Timmy is.
Why is there so little Jewish women in porn?
I don't know. I don't know their fucking
Just saying.
religion.
And what do you
I don't
think?
know their religion and ethnicity.
But what do you think?
I don't know who's Jewish and who ain't.
Because their value
Yeah, I don't
system
know.
is different.
So who's in porn more, white girls?
I don't know who. I probably think it's probably white people. There's more white people in the world,
Okay.
but I don't know.
But I get you. You
like,
see
but
more
I'm just-
whites than Asians
Asians
and Jews.
and
Okay,
and
yeah,
like,
yeah.
there is a certain, you'll get shunned. And it's, this is what you do? You're not even welcome at the parties no more. You can't even come to dinners. You can't come to the community. Oh, you think you coming to To the church?
To the tabernacle?
To the tabernacle? And you was just fucking a black man? You are ostracized from the culture.
They can't be with black people?
On porn? Like doing that in porn?
Okay.
But I'm just saying.
Can a Jewish girl marry a black man? Have you seen that?
Well, they say there's some Nigerians that are like more Jewish than the Israels.
I've never seen that.
There's a tribe that has their blood is higher rating in their DNA that they're closer to the original Jews.
And where they live at?
I think it's Nigeria.
Yeah?
And that, like these people, they're trying to migrate into Israel, and they're holding them in camps. Because if you're Jewish, you're supposed to be able to go to
Israel.
To it, like it's called like coming home or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I heard that.
it's like any woman who has like a little bit of Jewish blood in them, you could be like 75% black and have a Jewish, and the woman is considered Jewish, no matter what.
Really?
No matter what.
She can look black?
She can look black, and she can have her great grandma was Jewish. That woman and her daughter are forever accepted as Jewish people in Israel. Not a man though.
A man has to be complete Jewish?
Mm-hmm. Like I don't know how complete, but I know if you have a drop, a woman can
Drake, relax, Drake. Relax.
She could go on her like not pilgrimage, but whatever they do when they go visit the home. But
that's crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it's certain things that you get. It might be fear why they don't do it. It might not be that they raised right, but there's something in play that's instilled in them that they like. Nah, I can't do that.
Maybe just it's never been talked about as being acceptable in my house. So I already know. And then there's little examples maybe on TV or they be out with their family and hear a disparaging comment that lets you know, okay, we don't fuck with them.
We don't do that.
Yeah,
and you gotta. And I think what they do, they stand on their business.
I remember,
like you're not gonna disrespect our culture, our community.
To
you
that
disrespect us, you are gone.
To that point, I had a professor in college, and he said he had a Jewish homeboy. Mm-hmm. And he said that him and the Jewish homie were really close, so they would joke with each other. Like the Jewish dude would be like, "What's up, my nigga?" Ooh. And he would tell the Jewish dude, "What's up, my?" To the Jewish dude, kike. I'm already gonna say nigga, not say that. Kike, right? And he said that they would do that. It was all known between him and his homie. Like we cool. He said his father, the Jewish dude's father, happened to be in the house one day and overheard the exchange. And he said the father said, "Bring your ass here right now," and took him to the back. And for an hour or however long he was back there, talked to that nigga. Came out like, "Bro, you gotta go. Like it's kind of hectic right now." And from that day forward, they never talked about it no more, and that shit stopped.
Right? They can be friends no more, or what? Or
I think they were friends, but it wasn't the closeness like how it was.
The level of that shit,
you know what I'm saying?
The energy of it changed.
The energy of it. The pops was like, "Nigga, what? Don't you ever let him say that about our people who were persecuted." And it's crazy how as black people, like some of us are okay with like other races saying nigga, but they're like, "Don't you ever let him say that. Like never let him speak that word."
It's like an unspoken understanding. Like even just the hesitation to say it because we're so like, oh, you'll get canceled.
Yeah.
Or you'll get this, or like saying gay, like the bad gay words or whatever. The LGBTQ's talking against them, like it'll get you, but there's a fear there for a reason. So I have no connection to them. Like I don't have nobody to go home to talk to, and there's a hesitation for me to say that word. What the hell you think they kids feel?
Yeah.
What the hell you think somebody that live in their household feel? If we feel it from way over here, that I ain't gonna deal with them at all.
Yeah.
But we feel it like where we're like, oh, hold on, like chill. How do you think they feel when they in that circle? They in there.
That's facts.
Is the hesitance a little sign of respect, though?
The hesitance is a sign of what we've been told. Like, you can't do this. The media, they run the news, they run the media. They'll get rid of you like Candace Owens, Nick Cannon, this and that. But we could rap and say killing niggas all day, blew a nigga's head away, and that's fine. And they can make money off of it. But I wish a nigga would start a rap. I went and blew some Jews' heads away.
You can say nigga all day on YouTube, but you can't say that other shit on YouTube.
I wish, like, what would happen? That shit would never see the light of day.
And you're gonna get persecuted. And you're gonna get persecuted.
But it's acceptable for us to talk horribly about ourselves.
Well, that's only because we don't value ourselves.
Neither do they.
Well, they do because they're on some like, you're not finna say that. Like, we don't say that to each other.
Look, but no.
They don't talk
So
about
they
killing
don't.
themselves.
But look, they don't value
Or killing
us,
others in their community.
but
Yeah.
they see the
right.
money in us. Because guess what? They making money off that shit.
Oh, well,
They
at the end of the
signing
day,
us.
it's all about dollars and cents.
Dollar signs. So like they get to say that shit and get to make money off us degrading ourselves. But you better not fix your lips to say one thing. One time.
But that's why I say we don't value ourselves, because then we should be like, well, ain't nobody saying anything. If that's how we gonna stand on business, then y'all ain't saying it and we ain't. And you know what I'm saying? I was talking to a friend who was saying the same thing. She's like, man, black people get so upset when we're targeted, when we're singled out. But like the image that we put into the world, like that's what they have to go off of. So when they come up to you and talk to you,
Right.
like, and we do it too. When we see a group of people, oh, that's how they act, right? When a group of people do something, it's like, oh, that's what they do.
Right.
So they're seeing like, oh, y'all just shake your ass, y'all just shoot each other, y'all just kill
Right.
each other. So that's what they think when they come interact with you,
That's what,
and you mad
that's
about
what's
it.
being put out.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how we're being presented. But what other culture has a word that they say all the time that they think that they could tell somebody else not to say it?
As a term of endearment that they
They don't say it.
They don't say it.
So that's why they be like, you don't say it.
You don't say it.
Yeah.
But just think of our position, where we're at in life as a culture, as a community, that we have the stance of, I can say this because we've been through this, and I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna call you it, but you better not fix your lips to say it. Like, just think about the layers of that. That, and we don't have control of much. So the things that we hold on to, we think that they're ours. And it's a negative fucking word. And we think we own that shit. We want to own it. We want to be able to call each other that shit.
But they say that's when they take the hurt of
The
it
ER.
and try and,
Yeah.
ER.
Yeah.
And put the A.
Mm-hmm.
But they still
You're making
created
no
the
better,
word.
it's the same thing.
Yeah, but
They still create the word.
the word. But
and the meaning and what the root of the word and what it means is, so no matter how you flip it and twist it,
It still mean the same shit.
it still mean the same shit, and we still say it proudly, and we like, oh, now it's a term. We changed the term. Everybody laughed at Amber Rose when she said she was changing the definition of slut.
same thing.
Like, she's trying to change it. You know what I mean? Like, it's still a slut. The word is still slut. And what if she was like, now only sluts can say slut. You better not say slut.
Got to be a slut.
gotta
How
be
do,
a
how
slut
do you
to say
define
slut.
a slut?
I'm going to beat your ass. Next time you say slut, if you say slut around, I'm going to beat your ass. And we got away with that for a long time. Now these motherfuckers is testing it. And it's not enough black men that's rising to the test. And
But okay, so but the thing about it is, I believe that when you say about people, others using the word, but the thing about it is this: so what is the end of that, right? So a white guy, a black or Hispanic guy, or whoever, another race says nigga or however they say it, right? So then I say don't say it. He says fuck you, we fight. He files a police report. I go to jail. So when I rationalize that and I think about that, am I gonna put myself in that type of a position for this shit to go that way? And now I'm sitting in jail. Now I'm out of my pocket is coming bail money. Like, I ain't got time for none of that shit.
right. So transgenders are LGBTQ are what, like, I don't even know the percentage of the population. Trans have to be less than 2% of the population.
Okay.
But they have set a precedence where you can't say certain things about them. They have that small percentage of people have set a precedence where there's certain things you can't say about them. And we are a bigger population. Why don't we say, hey, you know what? We're not gonna say nigga no more. Actually, that's a term of racism. And anytime anybody says it, I'm liable to fly off the handle because I don't say that shit no more. You say that shit, I'm on your ass. And we get to turn it into a thing you can't say.
The reason why I
we
believe
can't come together like that.
but the reasons why I believe the trans people are able to do that is because they have like lawful backing. right? Like you say that if you get the tripping on camera, you can get your shit shut off. They'll get your shit shut off. We don't have that type of power. So the way we would be enforcing that is physically putting our hands on people to get them to get we not going for that.
But we do have that type of power.
We do have that type of power.
Every year, they come around panhandling to us for what they want. They need us for their position. But we don't stand on what we want. We don't come. How many transgenders do you see arguing and disagreeing with each other on TV?
Not many.
Not many, right? Because they're in one accord. They moving as one.
So you're saying that right now, we as black people can come together and we can get some type of way a bill drafted to where we want the word nigga. You can't say that that's considered racism to black people.
I think so. If it would take some time.
At your mayor, or we'll have to start in the city.
It would take some time. But if we attach that to the ER word, like it's the same thing. It represents the same thing. If gay people could say you can't say fag, if they could say no, you can't say retarded.
Yeah.
And that was allowed. But you mean to tell me that these people could get words taken out of the vocabulary and put a different stigma on them? You can't call a midget a midget.
Small person.
It's a small person. Down syndrome, I don't even know what
No,
you
you're
call
right. There's a lot of shit you can't say no more.
But if
You can't say a lot of shit
we ain't got
no more.
one yet. These motherfuckers is lapping us. You know what? There's another word you can't say about us. I don't want you to say this either. We ain't got one.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just have to come together. Like, we sit here, we disagree with us over there, we disagree, and then it's a stalemate because we all just argue.
Everyone's prideful. No one wants to be like, you know what, I fucked up. You got it.
Go ahead,
You
take
was
it, man.
right. Yeah.
Take it. Okay. You give me this, I'll give you this one, nigga, but you owe me one. You get me on the next one. Get me on that gun bill. I know you don't like guns, but if I give you this shit, we have power. We're the biggest consumers in the world.
Facts.
And we have the power, but we don't have the togetherness.
We don't have the.
It's crazy if you think about it. It's like kind of crazy.
No, that's why I say, like, if NBA decides we're about to go start the league over here and all the homies is coming, y'all have nothing, bro. No one's watching that. TNT is signing us, guaranteed.
But do they have the sponsors to start it though?
Of course, bro. If LeBron and KD and John Morant decide today, all of us, all of the homies, every black player in the NBA, we're going to start the NBA Part 2 over here. TNT got to come here.
LeBron James ain't gonna get rid of the masses.
Remember when they did the strike?
You know where the money
coming
coming from?
They should have not
Oh,
played
see,
again.
exactly. That's how much power they had. When the shooting happened, and they were like, we're not playing.
They should have not played. Like, taking a knee is cool.
That was the perfect opportunity.
That was all right, but you shut so much money down. Them niggas don't play, bruh.
And that was because they
up.
were threatening to do that for one game, and the shit got cracking. Imagine if they decide we're not playing anymore for you guys. Gatorade is coming over here.
Think about it this deep. So you know it was people that was against that shit probably.
For
like
sure.
it was,
everybody.
So I wonder what the people that maneuvered and got niggas to play, I wonder what they was gifted in the end. Who were those players that got these cats to play?
LeBron.
Who were those players that were in the back rooms and those owners was like, hey, we need you to get this. This is what we got for you. You know you're not the same. You're different, this and that. You think those backroom conversations ain't happening and they didn't get promised shit?
Yeah, I said LeBron.
It's way beyond.
You think LeBron was compromised?
Not compromised, but he was like, all right. They was probably like, all right, this is enough. We heard y'all. Let's get it popping again.
I believe that what
If
happened.
that's what you're kind of saying.
I think so. No, I think
And then they
I
grant
think
small
behind they were
concessions.
gifted like, hey, we are going to give you this. Just for example, Rich Paul, he will be able to operate with immunity. You could get any player, you get 10%, do this. Go ahead, run it wild for 3 years. Get these dudes to play in this bubble. And let's just go. Like it's when it's built like TNT, it's $2 billion for the contract, right?
Amazon bought it up.
Amazon bought it.
But
When it's billions of dollars involved, you think they ain't not compromising niggas?
I think that they said that the reason, so they say TNT matched the offer, but they say the reason why they end up going with Amazon and the other streaming platforms is because some money is about to change in a couple years, and they won't be able to with who they just signed with. They'll be able to shoot it to the moon. TNT the ceiling would have been here. Over here,
Jeff Bezos.
In a few
Amazon
years,
will get it out.
however, I forget exactly what the play is, but in a few years they're going to be able to make a play that TNT they wouldn't have been able to sustain the play.
Yeah,
Amazon,
renegotiate they fucking
Amazon gonna take us through the
they
roof.
shit.
But that's what I'm saying. If that kind of money
yeah.
is involved, just for it to be on the channel is televised.
Imagine
how they
right.
thought in their head. These niggas not about to play.
And
They
to-
about to mess up our money.
and to send
what I
it
was
to tell a
saying.
Who do
nigga
we give? Who do we
$5 million right
Just
quick.
shut this down.
shut this
is
down right
nothing-
now?
Give him a quick favor.
It has to, out of 100
Right.
cats, it's going to be somebody faulty.
And then they also did the quick, we're gonna give $100 million to this initiative. We're gonna also do this to raise
Nonprofits.
awareness. Yeah, they did that. Like we're gonna invest into social awareness to hopefully this don't happen no more type shit. We were committed for the next 10 years. The NFL is giving $100 million to the, that's what they
Phil
do.
would have done it. Ooh.
Man, I'm telling you right now, if all the players, and especially if you can
feel
get a situation where you're like, look, the NBA homies, we're gonna get together on the same page as the NFL homies.
They could have.
And we're about to sit this motherfucker out, and we're gonna start a league of our own, and we're gonna get the highest bidder involved.
They've done it for less. They've done it for less. They have strike and not have seasons for less.
Facts. Lockout year.
They have had lockout.
Half season. Mm-hmm.
For less.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. We got the numbers and don't get no movement. These people, right now in California, your kid don't have to tell you, or the school don't have to report to you that they changed their gender. You mean we can't get no movement on reparations? We can't get no movement on
That
any-
starts at the home.
I was just gonna say, to
That
me,
starts
that's
at the
another
home.
You should know
example of
what's
That's a nasty
parenting.
change from when you get out the car to the bathroom
I'm
to
checking
changing your
backpacks,
clothes to now
man.
you're a woman or whatever.
But no, look at
That's
this.
crazy work.
You
That's
can't
weird.
talk about gender at work as an adult.
What do you
How the
mean?
hell they talking about gender and switching to children in school?
Oh, I get it. Okay.
We can't talk about any of it. It's unacceptable to ask people about this and this and that and talk about. But you mean to tell me these babies is allowed to
That aren't
in
fully
school that ain't
mature.
fully developed, and they get to tell a child, if you give a child the opportunity to be a fairy, like yes, there's our fairies
Right.
in the world, our mermaids.
I'm gonna be a fairy. Right?
They're gonna be a mermaid.
Right.
Like where's my fins?
Right.
Oh, you just got to act it out. We'll give you fish today for lunch. They so proud to be a mermaid. But now you give them these options to be what they want. Like,
And then I'm pretty sure, man,
Fucking
like
the game up.
there's gonna be a little bit of encouragement that goes along with that. Like, hey, you feel nice today as a girl? Well, you can be
think a
whatever you
teacher
want
ain't
to be.
biased?
Yeah, you can
You
be
think they're
whatever
not
you want to
biased?
be.
Teacher gonna allow them to be what they want.
Yeah,
to be.
like so even like
They gonna push it on 'em.
whereas you would see your son do something like, bro, relax.
Relax.
Come on, my nigga.
Megan Fox has 3
Transgender
transgenders.
kids. That's not
So
one,
you said
not
the
one of
teacher-
your kids is straight?
The teacher gonna accept it then.
For sure. And like you know,
She
like
adopted those kids, right?
But all 3 of
Right, I
them
know,
are
but she yeah.
the likelihood, the ratio of the population of people, that's almost unheard of. If you're telling me that you can't make somebody or you can't initiate somebody or institutionalize or put something in somebody's brain, because guess what? A little brother or a little person wants to be like the older person. Right? So this little cat's like, oh, he got a dress on. I want to wear a dress.
dress
and
too.
it's being praised in the house. He's receiving praise. I want to fall in line. But to
But you
your
can't talk
point,
about God, though.
Dwayne Wade.
to your
they're praising it in
point,
the
that's
house?
teaching.
Oh.
That's
All 3
teaching.
of them to be like that, you're framing them
You
niggas to be
can't
like
tell
that.
me any other thing.
That's what she want. That's what she expects.
Dwayne Wade is crazy.
They
for
can't be straight.
He about to start his own nail line. Get your money.
Man,
He late though. But
I can't. As a father, I'm not going to attack how he's parenting, right? Like if you believe that this is what your son is doing, and you want to support what your son is doing, man, I get you. Me personally, I'm not like now. I feel like you might be with the funnies, and now you're just
think
stepping
his
into
son
your
turned
own
him
truth.
out.
Like I'm saying, like
that's
bro,
what I was like.
Like,
Niggas
I
get
don't
turned
know.
out every day, B.
Right.
With the nail on?
yeah, because even if in his mind it's like I want to do something that supports kind of like my son, nails type shit, and my son is kind of moving this way. I'm gonna give him the money so he can do that. That ain't got nothing. I'm not painting no nails or doing none of that bullshit. Son, if you on that type of
That's
time,
what you doing?
I got millions. Nigga, you ain't hurting for nothing. Here go the money. You want to make nail polish? Go
That's
ahead.
what you do.
You like that attention though.
That's what I'm saying. So now I'm starting to feel like, is you into that? Because he been wearing the dresses. He been wearing the skirts.
That's his shit.
Kilts.
Like,
You know what I'm saying? Then he gonna say he was Michael Jordan before Michael Jordan. Dwayne Wade.
who was?
Dwayne Wade said that.
He was what?
He said I could have had I not gotten my injuries, I was on my way to
Be
being Michael Jordan stats.
Really?
Yeah, like that was my next lane had I not getting injured. And don't get me wrong,
He was the
Dwayne
man.
Wade was a man.
He was the man.
He was a
First couple
guy.
years, he was
Flash?
a guy.
He was a guy, but I saw nothing Michael Jordan-esque in none of that
No.
display.
No.
Yeah,
None of it.
No.
That year they won, he was on.
That trips me out with like my child, right? I want my child to be a certain thing, right? Like I want my child, like for my wants and my dreams, women want to get married, right? Like as a father, when I become a father, I want to walk my daughter down the aisle. I want to be able to, my sons to have children to carry my name on. But it's becoming into a time where they're trying to make you feel bad about wanting something for your child.
I said that so many episodes ago, bro. The thing about how I don't like this shit is like I'm a live and let live.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you got going on over there, as long as it's not
You're a
affecting me.
fucking liar.
No, I don't. Who I judge and be like, what y'all doing?
Oh,
would
for
judge your
judging,
son?
for
Bro,
judging.
listen,
You don't live.
certain
You
way
don't
you
live and
let me land.
shit.
I
Nah.
live and let live, bro. If
You're
that's
a
what you're
petty
into over
nigga.
there, no, petty is
Nah,
when you're
this nigga in
dealing
the
with me
car.
personally. You want to tell the story about cutting up? Man, I
No,
don't give a fuck.
nigga, it's a petty nigga,
Nigga,
bro.
I'm talking about just in general.
Telling
Like,
somebody how to live.
yeah, like whatever makes you happy, bro. If you like it, I love it. As long as it's not affecting my shit.
You're not trying to
Have
impose that
at
on
it.
me.
You know what I'm saying? I believe that. So I'm not trying to tell nobody how to live, but why are y'all making it like I'm a bad guy? Because I don't fuck with that.
Right.
Like y'all telling me because I don't think that that's cool, I'm wrong. That's where I don't like how they be rocking.
You telling me that I was raised for 43 years believing that there was two sexes, and now in the last 4 years I have to change my whole way of thinking? What if this is what I believe?
Great
I
point.
can't go in this restaurant.
What if this is what I believe? You want me to adopt your belief, but if I told you to adopt my belief, I'm wrong.
That shit is crazy to
They
me,
want
bro.
you to accept the way they live.
Like if you want to rock out, rock out. But
What do you
nigga,
think?
let me do me too. Don't be coming over here tripping and all with all the nah.
Like I'm gonna support my children.
No, I get what you're saying.
Of course, I
Rock
want
out,
what I
just
want for them.
Rock with me.
But if they are this, I'm not gonna become the champion of what they are.
See, that's how I feel.
Like, I'm not
feel
about
like,
to be the champion of the world on the globe. Like, yep, this is what my son is. Everybody accept it. Like, no, this is my family. We got going on. I love my son. We chilling. Like Magic Johnson.
I would
He ain't like being the face of what his son is. But guess what? He taking pictures with his son. He not embarrassed of
You
him.
accept them.
That's me to a T. I don't think my son is on that type of time, but if my son was ever like that, like, I'm not championing that shit.
Right.
Like, if that's what you are, like, you my nigga, it's up about you, however it goes.
Right.
But, like, don't expect me to be smiling and chippy
I'm
and
not
shit.
about to be the poster boy for your life.
Exactly. Like, that's you. I kind of hope you spin back around where
Right.
we at.
Right.
But handle your business. But I feel like,
Do it
yo,
on
I'm
your own
not
time.
out here with painted nails. And because Dwayne Wade will tell you, I'm just supporting my son. He feel comfortable like this. And that's fine. But that ain't me.
Is that
Right.
his voice?
Huh?
That's not his voice.
I think
Is that
so.
his voice?
I think so.
That's why he's saying, I'm just paying my name. That nigga
Hey.
high on it.
Dude.
Like Mike.
But he for sure ain't Jordan nothing.
You think his wife was a part of that? Gabrielle?
Gabby?
Or you think it
That's
came-
not her kids,
you think,
though.
You think that was himself already? Or you think she pushed that on?
Oh, are you asking me, did her coming into a relationship help the boy move in
Yeah.
that direction?
Shit, both of them.
I'ma say, I don't know, but I believe that if the child was already into that, she didn't come in and say no. She came in and fully supported it. So where Dwayne Wade may have been like, you know what, man, like, I don't know, bro, like, whatever you,
do-
got.
like, what
yeah,
is this?
she's over here like, let's go pick out some dresses. Let's go pick out some purses. I got you. So I believe if she didn't say, I believe she did that for sure.
She pushed it.
But they
believes that for
they
sure.
changed his name. Let him do this. Like I named you. When you get old enough to change your name, you go do that shit. That you get old enough, I'm not gonna let you do it under my watch. Like this is the life. This is my roof. This is what we doing. I'm not putting no bad shit on you. But but you're gonna live a life that's over here.
Also, he has a lot of money, so it's different when you got a lot of bread. You can change a lot. Like, I doubt if they was in the hood, he probably still would be, but having a lot of money.
But the peer pressure around that, like in the hood, would have might have deterred
that.
That
He wouldn't want to come out, maybe, like you're saying. But it's a lot when you, like, he's probably famous or something. I'm sure he's on TikTok. I'm sure he has a face or something. That's just different. Like, when you know, niggas, come at me, you'll get canceled. Like, it's different.
For sure.
But, you know.
It's a narrative also that is being pushed, like an acceptance. Like, hey, let's be this. It's cool. But let's take God out of the what is that? The hand over your heart at the flag in school? Pledge of Allegiance. Take God out of that. You can't say praise Jesus.
Right.
They don't even, like, now you watch the athletes, they can't say certain shit about God.
I seen an interview where, I forget the player, but I think it was CJ Stroud. He does the live interview and he begins it with all praises.
All praises.
And he says some more. But when you watch the replay of the interview they cut that part out. It starts off talking about football rather than him giving praise. And I don't.
But look, watch him now. Because I noticed that they've started to say it differently. Like they say, like, you don't say all praises due to Jesus. Jesus is God. You can't say that. Because now you're pushing that your God
is better than somebody else's religion, basically. He's superior.
So we being picky and choosy, and we being hypocrites.
And it's always being picky and choosy with black people.
Right.
That shit is crazy, man. There's how many subscribers we got now?
Subscribers? We're getting there.
We almost at 2.
On volleyball now?
Huh?
They getting down on volleyball now. They just went through all kind of
This
sports.
beach volleyball too. This the one you want to watch.
Okay.
Shout out to all the people in the chat, man.
Appreciate
214, Aceboy, Rios brought his people with us, man.
What's up, man? What's going down?
I had a great time this episode, man. This motherfucker was dope.
You dropping
I fuck with you. I'm telling you, man, you might be my favorite Aceboy now.
Oh, shit.
I fuck with you, man.
Let's go,
I had a
man.
great time, man. I know everybody got time constraints and things they got to get to, so we're going to go ahead and close out, man. See that? Yeah, damn. It don't even feel like that. I just see it's dark now.
That was good.
Thank you for pulling up again, bro.
Thank you for having me, man.
Thank you for coming, man. Like I had a great pod. Again, to the subscribers, appreciate y'all for tapping in. Please tell us a friend, let them know, share their little clip, whatever you found funny, whatever you liked. You know what I'm saying? And let's get this thing rolling, man.
Like and subscribe.
Episode 46, we about this thing. A-Line.